Get the camera on. Oh, bloody hell, you want to see something, do you? Hello, here's something. Wow, the level of resentment I'm feeling right now is insane. I've got loads going on. There's loads of stuff I'm angry about. From some personal stuff to cat stuff to European zombie fucking apocalypse stuff. Pretty pissed off. I could even go into a story of being pissed off at Lee, but obviously that's just my ego reacting. I don't know how to live stream anymore. I don't know who I am anymore. Thanks, Lee. Oh, one of my cats are dead. Great. Oh, it's been a good 24 hours. How are you lot? Arcadians being funny, but I'm too miserable to laugh. Oh yeah, and I can't ask you all for money. So what the fuck are we doing here? I don't fucking know. Oh yeah, apparently it's something to do about my self-worth. Twat. We've got someone in Sheffield. Mr. Beast is in Sheffield. That's good. I like that. Well, it's not good for him, but I like the fact he's in Sheffield because I'm from Sheffield. But really, for his own sake, I wish he was no longer in Sheffield. Portugal is better. Lots of Portugal has also been invaded, but there's lots of vast swathes of land where you can escape the Ooga Boogers because they're only clever enough to be in the city where they get handouts. Hello, Nathan. It's all right. Nathan is sorry to hear I'm sad. Thank you, Nathan, for your care. No, it's good. It's part of the process. I'm a dickhead. I need to be sad to see what a dickhead I am. Hey, Debbie. Lots of love. The answer to your text message is yes. Good morning. Arcadian is up in the mountains, where the mountains meets the sea. That sounds lovely. Well, I imagine we'll get into that. Debbie wants to know what happened to her cat. I think we're all about to die. They're all not good. One's dead, two are not good. See, plebs, good day. Yeah, I can't do this. I'm too pissed off. What happened with the cats? Let's talk about that. So, I got the slap. Have you watched a video of Lee? If you haven't watched a video of Lee, then I don't even know what you're doing here. So Lee talks about in that video, but a slap is coming. And yeah, the next morning it happened. So it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable for the mind, but it's actually completely synchronistic and completely obvious. So it's 5 o'clock yesterday morning, maybe 5:30. And I go out to record the video that you'll see on aho.greatorex today. And so far, my cats have been out on the balcony and they've been out in the corridor. They've shown no desire to leave the corridor. I'm actually the only person on this whole level. There's no one here. There's 2 dogs in the complex, but I've never, ever, ever, ever seen them go anywhere near my corridor, go up the stairs, anything. Like, I've only ever seen them down in the grounds. And the cats have been in the corridor for like 3 or 4 days now, going into it, and no problems. So I decided to go and film this video in the garden about 5:30, and I remember thinking to myself, well, as I opened the door, I think CT7 just went out. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll leave the door open. You know, it's Cambodia. No one bobs anything. No one's around here. This is a secure complex. The cats are fine with going in and out. The cats are very happy. The cats are very secure. I'll go and film my video and leave the door open. I mean, and then the synchronicities are just outrageous. Like, so at the end of that video, I do a 30-second clip about the dogs and about how they're coming up to me for the first time, or one of them in particular is coming up to me for the first time, and how I'm bonding with these fucking dogs. And I don't know if I say it, but I definitely know that Shay looks very happy with himself. I mean, in hindsight, he looks like he's just killed a cat. You know, he's got that massive grin on his face that they get when they've been running and when they've been in their instincts and when they've just killed. And I'm like, oh, sure, you look happy with yourself. Honestly, editing that video today is going to be oh, I've already edited it actually. But like that video is when it happened. When I'm filming that video is when it happens. So like that video will forever be, because of the ending to the video, which I'm telling you about now, and then what I know happens during the video, that video will forever be like this landmark moment. So at the end of the video, I'm talking to the dogs about them killing my cat without knowing they've killed my cat. And I've got both cameras with me. And then I start walking up the stairs back to the flat and I'm seeing drops of blood on the stairs. So I think I pretty much knew what had happened straight away. So I switched my other camera on, my English refugee camera. And so basically the first thing I say is something really bad's happening. Like, I don't know, I'm filming it, I don't know what's happened, I've just seen blood. And, you know, and obviously the mind's doing all stupid shit like, oh, maybe someone came up here and had a nosebleed at 5 in the morning. No, one of your cats is dead. So then it switches to which cat is it? And obviously I'm fucking shit scared it's this one. And CT7. And, yeah, so then I come into the flat and this calypus is calypusing around. And so then I go out looking for the other two. And I find CT7 in a wall, like halfway through a wall. Terrified. And yeah, Beans is dead. So I feel like I got a lesson in responsibility because I'd been irresponsibly considering letting my cats out as outdoor cats in a very dangerous environment. It's not that I did anything wrong. It's just these subtle layers of responsibility that need to come in now that aren't there yet. So, for example, never leaving my door open if I'm not there and not protecting my cats. You know, this like, it will be okay, a line that comes into my head a lot. Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Just trust. It's basically just the child being like, let's not take responsibility. So it cost Beans her life to protect the other two cats, for me to get to a point where I'm going to protect the other two cats. And then this morning I wake up and there's all that fucking ooga booga stuff in Europe, which has really pissed me off. And then this morning I wake up, and then there's obviously the video I've done with Lee, which is just fucking ridiculous. I mean, maybe Igor is about to prove that he's right, and that I don't need to ask anyone for money, and that I don't need to make it all about money. I'm laughing because as I say that, I know he's right. It's not like I'm really arguing with it. I'm laughing at myself really for even like trying to pretend that he might not be right. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much again. Thank you. That means such a lot to me tonight. So I'm trying a new way. Which is basically, I don't even know what it is. I know I can't ask for money, but I'm not sure why. I mean, I think I do know really, but it's all a lot for me right now. And it's a bit too much. Thank you, Igor. I love you so much. Ooga boogers. Yeah, that shit. And then I wake up this morning. I think the other two cats are about to die. Honestly, I can't cope. I just can't cope. After this live stream, I'm going to the vets with this one. So this one yesterday, some people will be able to help me in the chat here. This one started sneezing yesterday. And because I'm an irresponsible child, I just kind of ignored it. I was just like, oh, it's fine. And it was like, every now and then. It was nothing. But obviously I was concerned. And I didn't notice it till 8 p.m. when I was like out my tree and all vets are closed anyway. So anyway, this morning I wake up and she hasn't actually sneezed for quite a few minutes now, but when she first jumped on me, she was sneezing louder and more frequently than she was yesterday. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that one's going to die. And then And then I go to get, and then, you know, the first thing I noticed, which is weird, is I'm out of bed and the cats aren't screaming for food. This Calipus is a little bit. I go to make a coffee and she's around my feet, meh, 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 like cats do when you go anywhere near the fridge. CT7 is sat on the sofa. So I'm like, that's weird. But I'm like, he must just be waking up, even though like I know like there's just no way. Like the minute I get out of bed, he's always by the fridge. He's just sat on the sofa. So at first I like kid myself, everything's fine, and when I get the food out, he'll be his normal CT7 self. Get the food out, he doesn't even get off the sofa. I take the food to him on the sofa, not interested. So he's about to die as well. So looks like I'm not supposed to own cats. Thank you again. That's yeah, amazing. So if you haven't watched the video, there's something around self-worth, and I can't even remember. I just can't ask for money anymore, basically. But of course I want money. How do you not care about money if all you care about is money? But I do understand that it shouldn't be all I care about, and that there's more to life, and that I don't actually need it. I'm just caring about a conditioning that's conditioned into me through scarcity. But, you know, I'd actually rather, this is what the video I released today is about, so it's after Lee slapped me. I'd rather die. Like, this is how crazy the ego is. This is how much the ego doesn't want to take responsibility. I'd rather die than do the work around why I'm so obsessed with money. That's the story. Of course, it's not true. But, you know, I actually feel like I'd rather just die. But of course, that part of the ego is dying. So, you know, it is death. So it feels like you're dying anyway. So, of course, you want to just die. Anyway, enough about dying. Oh, God, fuck this life. They are building big migrant camps in Portugal, Algarve, in rural areas. It's frightening. It's just disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm furious. And yes, I know that that's exactly what they want. And yes, I know I'm falling for the psyop by reacting like this. But what the fuck can you do? Our homelands have been taken over by brainless animals. And when fouls, I mean, no one watched it, so it doesn't matter. But I said 50,000 people in the Not Today Satan video because that's what I read on the next post. And then I'm watching other people's videos and we're talking about 1,500. I'm like, oh, shit. Anyway, it will obviously be way more than 1,500. Maybe not 50,000. But I can't believe how badly that video did. That video has got 1.3 thousand views. So that means I'm going to earn $1 from that video. Oh, yeah, we don't talk about money anymore. Forget that. Talking of money, which we're not doing. Fran, you're a female, presumably? Thank you so much, Fran. That is absolutely amazing. Massively appreciated. Are these childish? Do I like these because I'm a child, or are these good? These stickers on the screen now. Do people like these stickers? Should I stop doing these stickers? Is this all part of the childishness? I don't know. I'm a child, so I don't know. To me, everything's cool, but apparently I'm childish. Oh, Debbie. Do you like the stickers, Debbie? You're going to get lots of stickers. Because you are a super mom. Oh, no, let's not do that one because it's on the other one. So she's a super mom and she's definitely an angel face. And I love Debbie very much. How about that? So far, Lee seems to be right. What a twat. I hate him so much. Oh my God. Oh no. I don't really hate him, obviously. I'm in reaction. I love him very much. I'm very grateful for him. Yes, Conroy's in the house. That means there's another chance of a 5. I mean, hi Conroy, how are you? Hey Conroy, good to see you, man. Who's Chunkster? I like it. Mr. Beast. I think this guy was in Sheffield, maybe. I'm in a white as F area called Deep Car near Stocksbridge. It's Puppy Yorkshire, that. But it's only a matter of time until the end. Thank you for... Just read it. It's only a matter of time until the ends and the P's arrive. I probably need to leave whilst my house is worth more than a £5. It won't be worth much more than a tenner in Deep Car. But that's the irony, like, you know, it's not seen as a prestigious area. It's not got high house prices yet. It's actually the only place left that's safe to live. So Deep Car is that as Yorkshire as it gets. Deep Car is it Sheffield? It is Sheffield, right? I've never been. I've only been to Stocksbridge once when my brother bought a house where he made a terrible decision. Right, so this is pre-invasion and pre, you know, some of us waking, well, pre-me waking up, I should say, projecting it onto everyone. I mean, I was fairly awake, but not awake. So when I say a terrible decision, I mean purely financial and from his life. So him and his missus, I can't even remember why. Yeah, I think it was his first house. So this is a half brother. He hasn't got my mum. So he hasn't had the start to life that I've had. Very different start to life. Very different mother. His mother's a cleaner and has no self-worth. Doesn't like her. He grew up with the story, my children will never go to, like she used to say, my children will never go to university. That was her thing, and that's fine. I'm not criticizing it. But obviously, I was brought up by somebody who was like, my son is absolutely going to university. Now, I only lasted a few weeks at university because I was a big bad substance dealer at that point. But, you know, I'm just giving you the difference in our upbringings. And, of course, he didn't get given a £20,000 deposit for his first house like I did. So he ends up buying his first house in Stocksbridge, and it's just the worst thing he ever did. He's out there, he's isolated, he's with his co-addiction partner who he hates, no longer with her. And he's just trapped in Stocksbridge. And then he tries to sell a house and no one wants it. He ends up selling it for 20 grand less than he bought it. And he's trapped there for like 5 years. Anyway, back to you. Yeah, I mean, where do you go? I mean, if you're going to stay in England, you're in about as good a place as you can be because there's people there that will act. You know, when push comes to shove, if one of them is in the street with a knife, there's the type of people that live there are going to do something about it. So I think that's about as, other than leaving in England. Obviously, I think you should sell your house and leave England, obviously. But, you know, people seem to have lots of stories and restrictions around that. Just like I have stories and restrictions around not asking for money and feeling self-worth. So we all have them. For me, that one feels fucking obvious, and there was no restriction on that for me. But yeah, if you're going to stay in England, I mean, I would, if I was in England, I'd be in a van. I'm not saying that's particularly safe, and then you'd be very isolated. You'd have no community, and you'd get picked off like a sitting duck. So that's a bad idea. But that is how I'd be living. Yeah, I think you're in about as good a spot as you can be if you're going to stay in England. What do you think about that, Mr. Beast? Because you obviously feel like you're a sitting duck. And you are right, it's only a matter of time. But where would you suggest is better in the UK or going to work better in the UK? I can't think of anywhere. Thanks, Anu. Better to be pissed off than pissed on. I don't know, man. I've been pissed on quite a few times. It was kinky. However, a lot of powder had gone up my nose and a few fists up my bum at the same time. Well, what do you think about that, Arcadian? Better to be fisted off than fisted on? Thanks, Debbie. They're using shipping container cabins. Huge migrant camps are springing up in the Algarve. It's clear they're preparing for these invaders, but they're letting from Spain. They're preparing to accommodate them. The Algarve, that's the nice bit. Well, that's the overpriced tourist bit. They're using shipping container cabins. Huge migrant camps are springing up. So they're not being filled yet. And are they saying they're migrant camps, or it sounds like they're not, because you're saying they're clearly preparing for these new invaders that are coming through Spain. Isn't it amazing? It's actually an invasion. And rather than meeting it with tanks and guns, like any sane country would to any invasion, we're building them camps and hotels. And how is this reality? I mean, it's worse than I ever imagined. Even though I knew, it's amazing. Like, you know what's coming. Like, let's say Mad Max. Not that I've watched it, but that's what everyone says. Yeah, when it actually happens, it's still really shocking. Even though I've known for years that it's coming. It's just crazy. Rachel would like to make a statement. Evening all. I take responsibility and have reflected on my plebery during the last live whilst under the influence of thanks, Tom and Riley. Fantastic, Rachel. That's really good. So can you tell us what responsibility you've taken? Because whilst that's amazing and I'm really honouring it, it is just words. What are the actions? What have you noticed? What are the changes? Riley is so good. I just love Riley so much. At Nathanio, hello, big boy. Just teasing, don't worry. We never found out how Nathan feels about me revealing the fact that he does not have a penis. He has a donkey's schlong. Nathan is transmutated with a donkey. How do you feel about me revealing that to the world, or 92 people, Nathan? Ah, there you go. Rachel, look what happens when you show up. Yeah, so hi, South African here. Stay safe out there. Some dark forces afoot. Yeah, you know, don't you, boo? I think we know now. I think so I did a video of a South African on Not Today Satan. It did quite well. It's 2 videos ago. That channel's done. Like, fuck that channel. I can't believe my last video got 1.8 thousand views and they pay me $1 per 1,000 views on that channel. So, like, how can I possibly motivate myself for that? Yeah, South Africa, awful. Warning to the whole world. And no one took notice. And now it's happening to us. Again, as in there's more happening now. I just tried to log into my X because I thought we might have a little look in it. But, I mean, I can do it, but it's going to take me 5 minutes. And I don't know if that... Maybe I'll do it when I'm riffing into a comment, actually. Yeah, I'll do it when I'm riffing into the next comment. Get excellent. You should feel sad, Tom. You cheat. Pathetic. You treat the majority of the locals like trash. Well, that's just not true, is it? Like, I treat a very small percentage like trash when I'm in my triggered moments. So obviously 90% of my reactions, as you can see in the videos, are beautiful. Also, you even verbally abuse your friends like Lee and their partner. What you're talking about? Lots of plebby projection in there. Verbally abuse your friends. I mean, I might have jokingly said and made a joke for the camera, but they're not. What you're coming from your perspective, which is one of defensiveness and ease, and you're very easily offended because you're completely of ego. So you're projecting onto them like how you would feel, and these are enlightened people. Like, what you're talking about? Like, can you not see the difference between you and them? And I know you have no perspective for it, but can you at least acknowledge that compared to them, you're a slug? Like, can you acknowledge that? This is sad. I'm sorry to hear your cat died. Thank you. Poor little kitty. How much of a knob are you really? Why have you even got cats as a nomad? Why look after cats only to move on and leave them? Well, you're making lots of assumptions. I'm not a nomad. I'm here. I'm in Siem Reap. I plan on being here for as long as the cats are alive. So maybe rather than just making assumptions and then projecting off those assumptions, you should find out what the truth is rather than making a fool of yourself and showing how low your intellect is. Tom, you have to just trust, darling. Ugh, I'm fed up of trusting. Yeah, I know. Tom also... Oh, let's just get rid of these fucking plebs. The Austrian painter will return. What have you done to our countries? Yeah, I mean, he said World War III will start when... Oh, he goes, I will start World War II and World War III. And then someone asked him, how are you going to start World War III? And he goes, when the people realize I was right, or something like that. No lily flowers. Thanks, man. Yeah, well, it's looking like pussy isn't for me. It looks like these two are about to die. So, I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating and being dramatic because I'm childish and pissed off. Oh, is that all it is? Just kennel cough? Is that? Oh, that's fine. I don't care about that. So do I need to even go to a vet? Right, so bear in mind, you're talking to somebody who's very anti-medicine, very anti-jib jabs. I don't want the opinion of anyone that would jib jab their animals. I just want conscious opinions, please. Kennel cough. Right, yeah, so in dogs, that just goes after a few days. You don't even have to do anything. So are we just chilling? And obviously, I don't want to hear what plebs who took the jab think. I only want to hear conscious opinions on that regard. Plebs can pleb out in the chat, no problem. But don't give me advice about what to do with my cats if you fucking fell for the basic intelligence test of 2021. Why haven't you jumped off a building yet? I mean, just don't fucking do that. How are the eyes, brother? Can you see yet? Yo, crazy. Yo, crazy, Arcadian. I get some great emails off Arcadian. There's no way I'm responding because they're just non-stop. But they're fantastic. I'm almost like, do I give this guy my WhatsApp? But then I'm like, is he fucking nuts? Like, I can't work out if he'd do my head in and I'd have to block him, or if he'd end up being my best mate. I can't quite work it out. I'm sick of animal lovers. The hordes that are about to invade care little about animals. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if he's referring to the hordes as the animals in the first sentence, but then it sounds like that. Oh, I don't know. Let's just move on. Thank you, but myself is a money-grabbing whore. And apparently I'm not meant to do that if I want to meet the real version of myself that isn't a money-grabbing whore. So I don't know what to do anymore. I thought I was doing pretty well. Hey, Tom, I am late diagnosed ADHD and CPTSD. It took me a very long time and full-time therapy for 2 years to start to understand what it means to be a victim and connect my mind with my actions. Yeah, if you think being a victim is... So yes, that is part of the awakening. You have to realize what's been done to you and that you're a victim, but then you have to come out of victim mindset and take responsibility. I'm struggling with your name. I'm struggling with the comment you left on a previous video. I'm struggling to have any respect for you. However, I'm trying and I want to. So my assessment from the 2 comments I've read so far is that you're very repressed and indoctrinated. And this would make a lot of sense. You love labels, late diagnosed ADHD. So I finally found a label that means I don't have to take responsibility for my life late on in life, because I'm still searching to not take responsibility late in life. So you love labels, you've got communist in your title, amphetamine is promising, and you're obsessed with being a victim. So we're not going to relate, but nice. Thanks for contributing. Well, that sucks about beans. Unfortunately, these things happen. A similar thing happened to me. I was given a cat, and about a week later, it was dead. Found it by the side of the road. It wasn't run over. Yeah, it's shit, innit, mate? It's shit. But unlike you, I will self-reflect on it to the nth degree and take the subtle self-work lessons. And I'm not having a go at you when I say unlike you. I'm just recognizing the very different paths we're on. Whilst I absolutely love you, C plebs, you are on the pleb path. So for me, it would be about asking what actions what's the lesson here? Not why did this happen? Like, what's this here to teach me? I think that's the key difference between us, that question, and how, in terms of how we approach life. But I fucking love you, man. Right, yeah. Yeah, so of course, so he thinks the Jippo neighbours poisoned it. So of course, the lessons might not be around your responsibility. I mean, there probably would be something there anyway, but there's always a lesson in it. But that's just whether you approach life like that or not. Was it actually 50K? I read on, so we're talking about the Spanish invasion now. I read on X that it was 50K, but then when I watched the Lotus Eaters on it, oh God, you know you've been gripped by something when you're watching a Lotus Eaters episode on it. Fuck me. And he said 1,500. Well, he didn't give a final number, but he was talking about the numbers the papers have said and said that's clearly not true. But he wasn't mentioning anywhere near 50,000. Oh right, okay, looks like it's pretty accepted if even Google's saying it. Google AI said 48,300 out of 50,000. Oh, have already been sent back. So it's acknowledging that 50,000 came. How do they expect us to believe that? Yeah, how could they possibly have sent them back? There's no army dealing with them. The police are all women and bioweapons. There's not enough police. That's impossible. Apparently, these people just arrived out of nowhere. So, you know, obviously they came on boats organized by the globalists, obviously. But they arrived out of nowhere. So there's no boats ready to take them back. So how dare they say that? That's outrageous. They are such bastards. 60,000 were let in yesterday. Wow. Well, the silver lining is at least I wasn't long in my YouTube video, which matters so much. But yeah, it's really shit. It's true. I mean, it's just disgusting. It's absolute treason. It's just disgusting. And honestly, I think this is up there with 9/11 and COVID for like how much effect it's going to have on the world. And as in, like, it's a whole new level of invasion, obviously, and obviously it's not going to stop. Like now they've done that, and we've all accepted it, and nothing's happened. They'll just keep doing it. So yeah, it's really big. Thanks, Mandy. Oh, Arcadian likes the stickers. That's good. I like the stickers too. Fan likes the stickers. Oh, this is great news. I'm glad you like the stickers. Hello, Tommy. Was just watching your video with Lee. Man talks a lot of sense. I'm down in New Caledonia until tomorrow. Oh, you're the Englishman in New Zealand, aren't you? Awesome, man. Yeah. He's great. There needs to be a shitting sticker. Oh, you're so right. For when people get banned or you go for shit. Oh my God. He's so good at practical stuff. I bet you can like fix things, can't you, Z-Plebs? Like you can do basic plumbing and shit like that and know what's wrong with your car and things. So Giphy, the website that I get stickers up from, well, hasn't loaded for 4 days. So I can't get any new ones at the moment. I don't know what's going on. It just says page won't load every time I try to log in. He's always funny, man. Leo is doing his very best to teach you one of the most important, valuable lessons of your life. I don't think you quite understand, Tom. I hope you don't end up getting to it. Oh my God. These people are so stupid. Of course I understand. I'm going through a process and I'm having a reaction to it because it's right on my edge. But of course I understand what Lee's doing. Like, are you mental? Like, how can you watch my stuff and think that I don't understand what Lee's doing? Like, my God. How can you be so stupid that you project that level of stupidity onto me? Wow. We're dealing with 80 IQ here. What's your opinion on the Babel? Been watching for a while. Can't remember if you mentioned it. I can tell you are into spiritual things. Oh, I like a few spiritual things. I've got a crystal or two. Up me bum. Yeah, bollocks. Made to control you. Obviously, there's loads of truth in it. Just like all shills, they will give you 90% truth and then 10% repression and enslavement. So yeah, it's just a version of Russell Brand, David Icke, Nigel Farage, Donald Trump. It's just the one of them from 2,000 years ago. You're a sinner, be in shame. I mean, do I need to say any more? Is that God? Is that love? Or is that control and repression? And it's Abrahamic. Why are we worshipping books and gods that are not of our lands? Why are we doing what the Jays tell us when the Jays are trying to destroy the world? Does anyone see a problem with this? And then there's also the fact that you can grape off, be a despicable person all your life, but as long as you give yourself to Jesus, it's fine. It's completely illogical. It makes no sense, and it's clearly made to control people. And yeah, I don't think I need to say any more. It's disgusting. But there's also a lot of good lessons in it. If you just read it as a book of morals or a book of teaching, then yeah, great. If you take it metaphorically, then yeah, great. But if you're going to fucking worship outside of yourself to avoid yourself and not take responsibility, then okay. England will be Africa or the Middle East, and Thailand will become England. Wow. Migration is happening everywhere. That's really, really great comment. I mean, Thailand will never become England because, well, obviously the globalists might do something horrendous and destroy what I'm about to say. But if Thailand has its way and remains autonomous, then Thailand will never become England because Thailand is fiercely, I understand what you're saying there, is fiercely nationalist, proud, not as much as Vietnam, but not far off. You know, they're never going to, well, as it's from their own point of view, without globalist interventions, they're never going to start telling themselves diversity is their strength, that any culture is better than theirs, that they need other cultures to enhance theirs, that they don't have a culture, that they're ashamed of their past. None of that, like completely the opposite. They're told they're the best country in the world. They're told they've never ever been conquered. Not actually true. They took their lands from Cambodia. But, you know, they're told that they're like this amazing nation, which they are. Like, I think Thai people are amazing. And Thailand is amazing. All of Southeast Asia is amazing. Is that true? Yeah, I think that's true. So they're never going to do what we've done and make other cultures better than them. But I understand what you're saying is that loads of English people are going to end up living in Thailand. Yeah, I agree. And obviously you could replace Thailand with many countries. I'm in Cambodia, but a lot will come here as well. But obviously it's never going to be more than 10%. Because only 10% can support themselves in another country. And obviously I've plucked it out of the sky. It might be 8%, it might be 15%, but it's not, no, you know, it's not all of England. So I think the majority are going to get trapped in a negative timeline / country / time. Timeline was best. There was no need for slashes. And this is just unbelievable. White women are welcoming illegal immigration, just disturbing being brainwashed by communism. It's off the charts, isn't it? It's off the charts. I mean, in my video, I show the clip of like, there's literally hordes of them running in and she's like, I mean, just talk about virtue signaling to the point of absolute insanity. So, and of course she's filming herself doing it. So she's more interested in people going, oh, you're so kind on Instagram than the fact that she's an hour away from being raped in the bum. If a dog has come into your house and killed beings, the other two will be traumatized. Cats are so sensitive and the trauma can show up in physical ways. That could be what's wrong with him, Tom. Oh yeah, that's a really good point. That's a really good point. So I was expecting, right, so I feel like Callie didn't see it. I could be wrong. Right, so it happened outside the flat here. I can tell by the blood splatter. It happened outside the flat here. So I think Beans and Callie were inside that flat. And as they came out, the dogs met them at the door and they didn't really have time to escape. Now, obviously, there's a lot of assumption in that, but this is the most likely case scenario that I can come to. So I don't think Callie has been traumatized by it, because Callie, when I came back, Callie was in the flat just chasing flies as if nothing had happened. And I don't know, but the evidence suggests that the dogs didn't come into my flat. They went into the next flat along and found my other two cats there. The fact that CT7 was hiding in the wall and didn't know what to do with himself, as in like he's literally halfway through a gap in a wall, like just like I don't know what the fuck to do, suggests to me that he was with Beans when it happened. Right, and then the other thing, Callie didn't have a bond with Beans. Callie and Beans didn't like each other. Or Callie wanted to be friends, but Beans was having none of it. Now, sadly, the day before we passed, they started sleeping next to each other, and I think that was all about to change. But, so I don't think Callie would be bothered, and I don't think Callie saw it. However, CT7, absolutely. And I was expecting, because obviously it's his sister, they get on well, and he was part of the whole incident, clearly, because his head is halfway through a wall. I've got all of it on camera. Not the gruesome stuff. You know, like I literally find CT7, you know, you see it all. Like I'm filming as I'm like realizing what has happened. And yeah, so hopefully that's all it is with CT7. But then yesterday so I was expecting CT7 to be pretty traumatized. But then I got to the opposite of what you're saying, where I was like, bloody hell, cats are dead resilient. He doesn't give a fuck. He was playing with Callie more than he's ever played with Callie afterwards. He was eating fine. He wasn't particularly meowy. He seemed absolutely fine. But maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, I really hope that's all it is. Yeah, thanks, Riley. Good, obvious, really, suggestions. Thank you, Mandy. Reassured when it will all be okay. Okay, I like this. I like this. She tried again and got the spelling right this time. Thank you, Mandy. It was fine the first time, don't worry. I got it. Oh, there's actually someone called Chunkster. I thought Plebs was being funny. Yeah, Cornwall is mostly okay, but don't tell everyone. Ah, I love Cornwall. What an amazing part of the country that is. My small town of Kidderminster is looking like Africa, putting all the illegals in new homes. Can we stop using the term illegals? Because that suggests that the illegals are okay, and they're not. They need to go as well, and they're just as disgusting. Of course, not all of them. Some of them are very good. Diversity is our strength. But yeah, we need to stop using this illegals term, because that makes the rest okay, and none of it's okay. They all need to go. But yes, good comment. Thank you. Yeah, interesting. I'm in England looking at the Isle of Man to escape what's coming. Why the Isle of Man? I mean, I get it's close. I get that it's culturally similar. Are you going to be able to find work there? I know you can legally work there. It's easier than moving to Asia, for example, in terms of work. But, you know, I don't imagine there's an abundance of jobs there. I mean, my mate was in jail on the Isle of Man for a few years, and substance trafficking. And he learned a lot about the Isle of Man, and basically all the employment is the jail. And of course, there's like the odd tea room and the odd butcher. But basically, they're obsessed with getting people in jail because it employs the whole island. So I'm not sure what you're going to do on the Isle of Man. A bit more information, please. Have you actually researched and looked into it, or is it just I'm going to the Isle of Man? I don't think it's far enough, mate. I don't think it's nearly far enough. Oh, fans, interesting. I was home. Are you male or female, fan? I was homeless a while ago. All I got was a sleeping bag. Why do they get so much? You're lucky you even got a sleeping bag off them. Awful fun. Can you tell us more about that experience? What has it done for you? Are you a better person now for it? I got high on milk yesterday. I let it ferment so long, but it turned alcoholic and just drank the whole liter. Nice. That seems like a good solution to life. What the fuck? What's this satanic shit on my screen? Have you noticed the same all over? It's getting dark in the UK. I hope I can go somewhere better. No, so obviously it is a worldwide agenda, and they want a one world government. So, you know, I can understand why people say there's no point going anywhere, nowhere's safe. However, I can just tell you my experience in the now moment in Southeast Asia is that I never ever see any bioweapons. I've seen three in my whole time in Cambodia. In 6 months in Vietnam, I think I saw, in Da Nang, you're going to see one a day. You know, in Hanoi, you're going to see one a day. Maybe not one a day, maybe more like one a week. But you're going to see them on a semi-regular basis. But they're not in a horde, so they don't get into the stop. You know, have you seen that great? Is it a meme? I don't know what you call it. But there's an X post that went viral of a bioweapon female, a she-boon, on a train just being disgusting, like fingering her asshole, and, you know, basically just acting demented out of disrespect for herself and others, and hatred of people that aren't like her, or people that are actually people, I should say, or maybe I shouldn't. And then a load of white men come on the train who are part of some group who don't like she-boons. And the next picture is her like sat like this amongst all these white men. So they, you know, when they're on their own, they can behave. It's when they're in a group that they start, you know, chimping. So they're not really a problem. Like even if you go to Da Nang, which is, you know, well, I won't talk about that. But yeah, so basically, if you go to a city where hedonistic plebs go in Southeast Asia, you're going to see the odd one. But if you go to somewhere beautiful like CME, they don't come here. Like they obviously need bars and clubs and noise and chimpy things to chimp around on. So I've seen two in CME. I do some clips with them. They're great. They're really good guys from Nigeria. They're great. Because what you've got to remember is the ones we're getting, they've been released from prisons. So when I say they're great, like I met two Nigerians yesterday who were here on holiday and they were very Nigerian, and that's great. Like I don't love Nigerian, whatever. Like Nigerian culture is Nigerian culture, and in Nigeria it's great. And if they come out for 2 weeks and the best ones who earn money and who have been educated to some sort of point come out here, then I'm all for it, and I'm all for them being Nigerian and being what they are. It's when you get hordes of them from the lower echelons of society that have been taken out of prison and sent to England, and they send all the mentally ill ones as well, and they're there permanently. That's a very different thing to two Nigerians in CMB. So I go up to them and do some clips with them, and they turn out to be great guys. However, the thumbnail is still going to make out that they're not. So you'll click on it. But right, so my experience, so basically I never see them. I think I've seen the odd Cambodian with a rag on her head, but you know, that's fine. There's none from Pakistan. None. It's just amazing. It's amazing. And there's no wokeism, and also when you're living in a different country, like, of course, there'll be some political issues out here. I don't know about any of them, and I don't care about any of them. Like, it's nothing to do with me. It's not my lands. It's not my culture. Like, you're not part of it. You don't understand the language. You don't watch their propaganda, their TV. You know, you don't. I'm sorry when I say that. I just mean all I don't know about Cambodia. I'm not saying that if there's anything propaganda out here, I don't know. I'm just basing it on my Western experience where everything is propaganda. But I'm not saying that about Southeast Asia in any way, because I don't know, and I don't need to know. It's nothing to do with me. That's the point. So even if there were any negatives, I don't know if there are, it has no effect on you. Unless they change the visa system or something like that. That's the only thing that has any effect on you. So you're just not part of it. It's just, and there is none of it. Like, and what I can definitely say, whilst I understand nothing about Cambodian politics or Southeast Asian politics or anything, what I can definitely say is the people in charge here love the country. And that's a big difference to the West. They're not trying to destroy the country, they're trying to build the country. In general. Sutra, the town, I don't know how to say it, the town that's been invaded is not, yeah, I didn't realize this when I did the video actually. It's not on the mainland Spain, and most of the migrants have been forced to return by the local, so this one believes what he reads in papers, so let's move on. He probably got the jib jab. Why cats but not dogs? 7 boosters? Is that what's happening here? Or is it just, did you finish school? Wow. Yeah, this is actually true, actually. Yeah, good point. Oh, it's the awesome one. He didn't start World War II, though. It was forced upon him to make his movement and ideas seem evil. Yeah, you're so right. So right. He protected some German people in Poland, didn't he, basically, and the English declared war on him. Now, look, all the kids are taught in school that anything remotely adjacent to his ideas are wrong. Yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it? Like people actually believe that he just woke up evil and decided he wanted to take over the world. Like they actually believe that he was trying to take over the world. It's just amazing, like how different it is. Oh, Anu thinks I should take them to a vet. Anu, are you cautious? Are you a risk taker? Can you answer that for me? If a kitten isn't eating, I'd take it to a vet's. It's really hard to know because most people are retarded. So like, I'd take it to a vet's. Well, yeah, but you probably do loads of stuff that I wouldn't do. But then, you're probably right as well. I don't fucking know. I just don't trust vets whatsoever. I don't trust anyone that's been to university. I'm on the Isle of Wight. I went on holiday to the Isle of Wight as a kid. It's amazing. We haven't as yet been invaded. No idea why. Is it because it's not city life? Yeah, I think they'd struggle on the Isle of Wight because obviously these people can't stand nature or high vibrations. Like they need to be able to run around in the concrete jungle at 3 in the AM chimping. 3 in the AM? 3 in the morning? I think I was trying to say. God, I'm as bad as this one. Okay, now. Might as well give up now. How are you finding interactions, consideration, and social openness and genuine capacities connect with the locals compared to the countries that you have visited? Way better, but it's hard to say because I'm obviously opening at the same time from a very repressed, closed place. So it's hard to know how much of it is me and how much of it is the country that I'm in. However, what I can say 100% is Cambodians are, along with Balians, people in Bali, the friendliest people I've ever met. It feels more genuine here than it did in Bali, like really genuine smiles. Bali is genuine and they are genuinely friendly, but it's all, and I'm only talking about Ubud, that's my own experience. But there is just a little bit of that Thailand energy creeping in where like, yeah, we'll smile, but we're just here to make money off you. Because obviously they're getting sick of it, because obviously they're getting submerged with it. There's a lot of it now, so obviously you get desensitized to it, and once you've seen 1,000 white faces, they're no longer special, all that sort of thing. It's totally understandable. Whereas that hasn't happened to Cambodia yet. And it seems that the government really want us here, like what they do with visas. When you've been here for, I think, a year, you get a free pass to Angkor Wat. Like, that's unheard of in Southeast Asia. Like expats, or refugees being treated as, getting perks like you're a local. Like, what the hell? That's unheard of. Cambodia just has such a different energy to anywhere I've been. The immigration was so different, so friendly, like off the charts friendly, like crazy friendly, like so friendly. I still think that from my perspective, and of course this could just be my repression and restriction speaking, but from my perspective, there isn't really much to be gained. You've seen what friendship is for me. Is connections like Lee. So even with another English person, I'm not interested in any shallow connection. So it's very hard to believe that I could ever get to any depth with a Southeast Asian person, just because of the language barriers, the cultural differences. So I don't really even look for that. I just don't even see that as a possibility. It's not in my remit. So I'm just looking for fun interactions while I'm buying a coconut, and that is in abundance. They're wonderful people, wonderful people. Siem Reap is just incredible energy, like Angkor Wat, incredible energy. So yeah, I would recommend Cambodia over everywhere that I've been for many reasons. If cost is a deal breaker for you, then I'd recommend Vietnam. As in, like, your budget is absolute tops $1,000 a month, and you cannot go past that, then Vietnam. If you can, I mean, really, you can live out here for $1,000 a month, but of course, stuff comes up, unexpected stuff comes up all the time. So Vietnam is a cheaper cost of living, but then it's, the people are nowhere near as friendly. It's way more chaotic. It's way more noisy. It's fascinating. It's great. I love Vietnam. I wouldn't want to live there again. What is your cat's diet like? Just curious. I used to have a cat. I fed her raw meat, raw eggs, raw milk, various organs. She loved it. Had to sell her though because my mum became allergic to her. Yeah, I'm feeding exactly that, mate. I go to the market and buy the guts. So at first I was buying chicken breasts, and then I was like, what am I doing? They're not human. They want the good stuff. They want the stuff that actually gives them nutrients. So now they eat mainly fish and offal with a little bit of chicken breast. Why are people so? Anyway, I'm not meant to focus on these, and I'm not meant to be nasty anymore. But what do you do with this? I mean, obviously, I just need to ignore it. But like, we're talking like actual fucking dribbling in a fucking chair and nicking a window. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Oh my God, I need a sticker with a special one. A healthy cat normally is fine with the infection. Kittens, so not much, as they have no immune system, can catch from another animal and also stress. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about her. Oh yeah, kennel cough, that's fine. If it's kennel cough, that's fine. Isle of Man, we're not yet invaded. I'm sure it's coming. Maybe, I don't know what goes on in my chat. Sometimes it seems to repeat itself. Yeah. Thailand will become Israel. Interesting. I mean, Pi has become Israel. And they're not happy about it. They're really cracking down on it, the Thai officials. They've really started going for foreign business owners who have been using the loophole for many years with Thailand has been like, fine, you bring money in. Well, now it's not fine, and it's because of these twats. Somalia must be a pretty safe place to live now that all of their engineers are in the West. It's definitely becoming apparent why the ancients forbid women from positions of power and authority in voting. It's suicide length. Yeah, women are amazing at bringing up children and creating a good home and being loving and beautiful. They are terrible at making decisions. And that's just genetic, it's obvious. Are spiritualist churches ones where someone tells you they hear from the dead? Yeah, I think so. They're not doing shadow work, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, there is this. The dark awakens the light. I read somewhere that maybe it's something to do with vitamin D. When darks go to low sun areas like the UK, it causes a vitamin D deficiency. There's a reason they evolve their skin. That is for Africa. God, that's so good, man. It would make sense, wouldn't it? I mean, because they, you know, I've been in Muslim countries and they're all right in their own countries. Because, you know, there's conformity and there's honoring, there's honor, there's community, there's, you know, what do people think of you? There's you loving your own country. And also they're not getting sent out. You know, the ones we're getting are all from prison. And not all, but like they're all the dregs of society. You know? I forget which country it was, but they were caught literally releasing prisoners and putting them onto vans and sending them to Europe. Right. I mean, it's obvious. Of course, you're going to do that if you're a brown country and you hate the West. Why would you pay for your prisoners? Why would you pay to feed your prisoners? Why would you pay to staff your prisons when you could just put them on a truck and send them to the West and they're literally a bioweapon? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? That's really interesting. All right, yeah, so there's all that I just said. And then there's, you know, this is, you know, why maybe that's why they behave better in their own countries and not in ours, because they actually aren't getting enough vitamin D. That's really interesting. Wow. Low vitamin D is correlated with behavioral problems. Really interesting. This guy's great. I really, really, really appreciate you. Hey, Rachel, thank you so much. Thank you for your support, Rachel. It is massively appreciated. Appreciate you talk to Lee for feedback, Tom. So this is, I'm going to give you a reflection, Rachel, for your own good, out of love. Appreciate you talk to Lee. So that's like you say, what you're trying to do there is, this is the entitlement that is very strong within you. So you do this a lot, where you basically condescend. As if like, I appreciate, like, as if it's for you. It's not for you, I'm doing it for me. It's like when you're always doing this. You're always doing this as if everything I do is for you. No, I'm doing it for me and my YouTube and the collective consciousness. I never ever do anything and think, oh, Rachel will like this. Rachel will be proud of this. No. And what you're trying to do is make yourself superior, as if like, oh, I appreciate, you know, you doing that. Because you know, because I can't quite get it, but it's basically like you're trying to make yourself better then. As if I'm doing something for you. And that you appreciate it is going to mean anything to me. As if that's why I'm doing it. No. Get over yourself, Rachel. You're very entitled. Thank you for the 2. Here's some hearts. I love you. But my God, look at your entitlement. I knew. My 2 dogs had kennel cough and were very sick. I'm just guessing that's what the cats have. It's better to check it out. I understand your skepticism. I'm not fond of vets either. Yeah, you're right. And, you know, there's no reason not to, because whilst they're completely indoctrinated and horrendous people, you know, they're not on the scale of doctors. They obviously did it because they love animals, so they will have a good heart. Sadly, they're being indoctrinated and they're now, you know, are a detriment to animals mostly. But I just can't respect anyone that vaccinates things. I just can't have anything but utter contempt and hatred for anyone that sticks needles into living beings and hasn't done any research. And even worse, a lot of them have done the research, know what they're doing, and continue to do it for the money. I can't respect that. However, I appreciate I'll go to one in Cambodia and there'll be a lovely person who's just indoctrinated, like many are, and they'll probably give some medicine that will help, and it'll cost a £5. Now, I haven't got a cat box, so it's quite a logistical thing. I'm going to have to go to the pet shop, get my cat box, come back, then go out in the sun, go to a vet's, pretend that I don't despise them, pretend that I don't want to drop kick her in the head, and then get given some poison for my cats. It's not very inspiring, is it? Oh, this fucking world, man. I just want to jump off the balcony, but it's not high enough. Ah, this is a good question. Are the cats drinking, Tom? If they aren't drinking, I would advise vets, as they can dehydrate quickly. I never see my cats drinking. That's not true. I have seen cats drinking. I haven't seen them drink for 24 hours, but how often do cats drink? Oh, God, I think it's best that we all just end it. CT7 will be upset at the loss of his friend and will be traumatized from the chase. Yeah, okay, I accept that. I'd got to a story that wasn't the case. I assumed that was the case, or I assumed that would be the case, and then judged on his actions yesterday, I didn't think that was the case. But yeah, it makes total sense, mate. I mean, yeah. I think I just project onto cats that they're incredibly selfish. Is it a projection or is it true? I don't know. But I just think they don't care about anything as long as they're fed. But maybe that's not that. So obviously this is a time where I'd usually be talking about money. So I'm really struggling. I don't know what to do. So I'm not really enjoying it, but I'm not going to enjoy anything today. I just want to die. I hate this. I hate doing the work. I just hate it because it doesn't. Like, I know this is bullshit and this is all projection because I'm in it right now. But like, I just feel like that I was quite enjoying life. I mean, okay, I was being a dickhead. I was showing up as a dickhead, but at least I was enjoying myself. Like, what's the point in this? What's the point in developing self-worth if I just feel miserable? But of course, I know I'm in the transition right now, and I know none of this is really true. But, you know, I used to enjoy asking for money and receiving money and the excitement of it all. I used to feel alive when I was doing a live stream. I feel like a zombie right now. I'm not enjoying this at all. Oh, someone's put some money in. See, plebs, what a man. Oh, I've got some new male ones. Let's try and find them. See, plebs, are you a dad? What's this one? Oh, we've already seen that. I'm sure I got some more male ones. What's going on? Oh, I'm lying. I haven't got any more male ones. You're just going to have the standard ones that we're all fucking bored of now. Thanks, C-Plebs. I appreciate it, mate. I do appreciate it a lot. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that anymore. Am I allowed to say I appreciate it? I think I'm allowed to say I appreciate it. I'm going to scrape my chair some more, you fucking prick. Is it that bad? Do you cut your own hair? No. It costs £1.50 out here, so there's no reason to do that. Oh, is that another one? Oh, wow. Oh, jewels. Thanks for the jewels. We're not allowed to use that word, both from Lee's perspective and YouTube's. But seeing as you only came here to be called a name, I think it's okay to say Budgie Burger is a retard. No, cats are very loving. Cole, cats are very loving in their own ways, just like humans show love in different ways. Yeah. I mean, it's absolute nonsense. Like, they're so loving. Like, this one is always on me. CT7 since the incident has. Yeah, you're right. Actually, CT7 has become a lot more clingy. So yeah, I'm chatting shit. Cats are amazing. Advice, please, Tom. We have just adopted a greyhound. He's been amazing so far, such a sweet, gentle soul who looks deeply into our eyes and leans in for a cuddle. Is there a question? Advice, please, Tom. Yeah, I'm not sure what you want any advice on. I'm expecting there'll be a question further on down. All sounds good to me. Ending oneself shouldn't even enter one's mind. I'm so repressed, I'm going to judge thoughts. I'm so repressed, I'm going to use should and shouldn'ts. I'm so dualistic, I'm going to judge those that are honest with themselves. Get fucked, you boring cunt. Oh, more jewels, loads of jewels. Lots of jewels, thanks for the jewels. Oh, jewels. Right, I'm at the bottom of the chat, people. What are we going to do about that? Are we ending it? I disagree with you, Lee, about you not asking for money. You make your expectations clear by asking. Yeah, that was always my story, but I'm just being honest. I'm, telling you what I require in order for you to receive whatever it is you're receiving here. I see no problem with it. However, I don't understand yet, but I knew I understood the words at the time that, yeah, so Lee's not shaming the action. Lee's like, Lee's happy for me to show up. Like, obviously, it's not about happy. Lee's just advising me with the intention of giving me the best life existence, i.e. connecting with oneness. And Lee, we got onto this subject. If you watch right to the end, you'll see the 3 minutes that I took out from the start of the video at the end. And we got onto this subject by me asking him why I can't meditate. And the two things are linked. So he's not really shaming the action. He's offering a deeper relationship with self that would allow for being with self, meditation. And therefore he's pointing out the parts of self that are stopping that from happening. And one of the things, well, the thing he really focused on was how I'm showing up on live streams. Now, I can't quite remember how it's connected because it's all like, woo, raw for me. But basically it comes down to trust. Because obviously as you're merging into oneness, you're doing that, you're learning to trust because you're receiving the evidence that means you can trust that, oh, right, this is that thing. This isn't, it's not like a Christian who's just desperate and worshipping something they have no idea about and, have just been told by another and are so scared that they're doing it. No, this is actually a relationship that you form. And I've experienced that and I know that's true. So for me to deepen that relationship with self, with oneness, I need to trust more. And the way I don't quite get it. But it was something around how I'm showing up around money and making money. Yeah. So it's about, obviously I don't trust the universe to provide, which it has provided. It's provided great abundance for me all my life, like great abundance. All my life, and now I'm still pretty abundant. I have savings. I'm not, I'm not living month to month. Yet I live as if I am. That's what it is. So it's around how I can't just trust the evidence that I've been given all my life that I will always be provided for, and therefore I can't trust myself, oneness, God. And and therefore I can't sit and just be, and I have to smoke all day and touch my penis and live stream every night, even when I'm exhausted, because I'm so scared of meeting myself. All right, are we carrying on? I can't talk about money, so I don't know if I'm carrying on or not. I don't know. It's not. I'm not meant to be doing it about money anymore. I mean, to be fair, what Lee is saying is proving correct. So I haven't. I mean, I have mentioned money a lot, but you know, from a kind of different way, from a vulnerable way, from a, you know, I'm trying basically. And obviously, you know, so I haven't made any demands. Basically, I haven't said I'm going to end the stream if I don't get X, Y, and Z. And I've got 30, 32, 34, 36, let's say 37 with the jewels. Well, that's really good. So Lee is right. So basically, he's saying it will happen anyway. You don't need to, you know, go into tantrums about it. You don't need to end your streams over it. You don't need to, you know, dictate times based on it, because the people are just going to give. Can you trust that? Because obviously the people are you, the people are self, the people are one. And they're going to reflect that back to you as oneness. And I think Iga agrees with Lee. Thanks, Iga. Tom, oh, maybe she doesn't. For F's sake, you don't have to be here if you don't want to. It's like whiplash. I love it. I hate it. As I said, just trust and flow. Thank you, Iga. I totally agree. So just to clarify, when I say I'm not enjoying it, it doesn't mean I'd be enjoying anything else more. It doesn't mean I'm doing, you know, I'm doing this because I hate myself and can't stand the fact that I have 12 hours to get through now. And this will pass 2 of those miserable hours. Now, when I say miserable, you know, it's pretty beautiful and it's great and it's the best I've ever experienced. But, you know, it's still life, it's still self, it's still like pointless. So I'm very happy to be here because I have nothing better to do, and it distracts myself from what I will do for the next 10 hours, which is smoking and editing videos. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I ever do. It's not quite true. I'm spending, you know, on average an hour a day socializing with people now. I stroke my pussies. I talk to my pussies. I make some videos. But, you know, this is probably the highlight of my day. So I'm not here, you know, I'm not here. I'm just very resistant to life right now in general. Because I've just had that big slap off Lee. The invasion in Europe has just gone to a new level, and one of my cats has died. It's been a pretty intense 24 hours. So I totally agree with you, Iga. But yeah, I'm not doing anything I don't want to do. This is my favorite part of being a YouTuber. This is the easiest part for me. It feels the most authentic, the most meaningful, the most interactive, the most connective. I enjoy being a YouTuber in general. I enjoy putting videos out there, but this is definitely the part I enjoy the most. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm just not happy with anything in this now moment, and that's obviously showing up with my feelings for the stream. And of course, I'm also struggling with this new way, which obviously I'm not walking with yet. I don't know how to do it, you know, because I've only ever done it one way, and suddenly that rug has been pulled from underneath my feet. So I'm just showing up and trying to learn a new way. But yeah, I really appreciate you again. I appreciate your words, your generosity. I appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. Can't have too many for Iga, can we? Look at all that. But now we're going to have to take more off the screen because now a man's chucked some in. Hanston Paul, top man, please accept what little I can give at the moment, mate. It's so appreciated, mate. And please don't ever give what you can't. I really appreciate it, Paul. It's not about the amount. It's the energy and the appreciation, the honoring, the giving back, the I don't know if this is the right word, symbiotic relationship. I don't know if that's right. Is that right? Am I trying to sound clever when I'm not? Anyway, Paul, are you a dad, Paul? Can the next person that donates who's a man tell me if they're a dad? Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. It's hugely appreciated, Paul. Okay. He does, you know, he's right. He is right. This guy's too good to ignore any of his comments, but it is a bit annoying because he ends up being the only one that I bring up. But he is great. That's why the Jays are so rich and get one up on the rest of the world. We're all so selfish and obsessed with kicking our kids out at 18 and making them start from square one. Do the Jays not do that? I know none of the monkeys do that. But they're also stupid. It doesn't really matter, does it? You know, they're never going to be able to take over anything, or, you know, they're only ever going to be useful brainless animals who do proliferate a lot. But the Jays don't. That's really interesting. Yeah, our culture is so effed, isn't it? I mean, do we even love our kids? I mean, I'm getting to a point where I look at, you know, people in my life and I'm like, is it love or is it just obsession and neediness? Like, if you're not willing to read a book about jib-jabs when you claim that your grandchildren are your world. And then there's this, like the fact that we're also obsessed with getting rid of our kids as soon as we can. Is it really love? I'm starting to question it. See, this is it, Rachel. Like, why are you telling me anything? It's embarrassing. Lee is right about everything. Contact with your audience and live off your set. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rachel. You're not in a position to give anyone advice, particularly not me. I'm sorry, Rachel, but it's embarrassing. And this is your ego refusing to crack and refusing to self-reflect. How dare you think you can advise me, man? Ugh. Disgusting. All right, I'll make a coffee, go for a poo, come back. Maybe we'll keep doing whatever we're doing. Oh, God. I don't even want a coffee or a poo. I'm at the bottom of the comments, by the way. Debbie is a super mom. She loves her. I love my kids, and they can stay as long as they need. It's amazing. Oh, Debbie, what a gift your kids got when they came out of your woo-woo. Then go home and look up holistic treatments. At least then you won't be flying blind. You might at least have some idea of what to do for the kitty. Yeah, sure. Parents I know count down the days to get kids back to school after the holidays. So true. I home educate my daughter. Oh, Riley, you're so good. I home educate my daughter and just don't get their attitude. Why have kids? Makes no sense if you want to pan them back off. So I get it because kids are a nightmare, but maybe I'm still repressed and conditioned. I'm definitely still repressed and conditioned. So I would hate to have kids around me, and I couldn't wait to send them back to school, but I don't have kids. However, I think there's some sort of repression because you shouldn't be revolted by children. Like, children should. So you're dead right. I totally agree with you that this is how society is. People hate their children. There's no doubt about it. And it is bonkers. It's bonkers. But then also I'm bonkers because I wouldn't want kids around me. I couldn't wait to send them back. But at the same time, if I was a parent, I wouldn't send my kids to school. I'd homeschool them. And I imagine I'd learn to love them and not resent them and hate the noise they make. But there's no way, if I had a kid tomorrow, I'd either put it in a bin and not take any responsibility at all, or I'd be the best dad ever and change my whole life and homeschool it. I imagine it would be the latter, the good one. But I don't know. Like, I could go the other way and just, you know, that didn't happen. Not taking responsibility for that. No, it's nothing to do with the fact that you took the jab. It's just how you show up and where you're at. Like, Tom, you need to, like, your entitlement's going off the charts now, Rachel. It's getting embarrassing. You're getting close to a timeout. You need to surrender and stop being so resistant and stop trying to pretend you know anything and accept that you're a very, very baby soul right at the start of their journey. Okay, I think she's going to come in with a question now. Oh, sorry, Tom. Any advice on the greyhound breed in general as your experience with dog training? Greyhounds are pretty easy. They're really great dogs. I personally don't like how they look. I love how I think whippets are the perfect dimensions. For me, greyhounds are a bit long, but that's irrelevant. That's superficial. In terms of their character, they're amazing dogs. Really calm, loving dogs. Don't need much walking, surprisingly. Run really fast for 20, 30 minutes. And you know, two 20-minute walks a day for a greyhound is sufficient. They'd appreciate it if it was 40 minutes. But 2 20-minute walks a day. Make sure you get it off lead, let it run. And really easy dogs to own, actually, as dogs go. I don't think there's any specific advice for a greyhound. Yeah, you've just got a cracking dog. I really like greyhounds. I really like their nature. I really like their temperament. I really like how chilled they are. Yeah, no, not really. Other than congratulations. What a beautiful being you now have in your world. Well, I'm not allowed to find out. Tom, would you make a good uncle? I am an uncle, but I'm not allowed to be an uncle. So, no. I don't care. It's fine. I talked to Lee about this yesterday. I told Lee the situation with my sister, and he just couldn't fucking believe it. As in, like, just how, like, it's just the typical liberal reaction. He said, like, you know, being a victim, it's just pathetic. Like, when I told him, he was like, oh, that's very superficial. Like, he was shocked that we haven't spoken for 8 years over nothing. And I was like, oh yeah, it's not on my side at all. Like, on my side, there's no issue whatsoever. And it's not that I'd love to connect, because I just appreciate there's no point. Like, she's a zombie. And I appreciate for her it's some big deal, some big story she's made up. So there's no point really, you know, who cares? Like, I don't need my sister. But but at the same time, I'm very open to, well, I just couldn't give a fuck. Like, there's no problem for me. If I saw her tomorrow, I'd be like, hey, how's it going? Where she'd be like, it's the devil. Because she's made up some fucking liberal projection. So, so I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't think I care enough. You know, if they were brought up consciously, if they weren't getting poisoned, if their parents weren't spazzers, I might be a bit more interested. So my brother was the first one to have kids. And me and my brother have never spoken. But there's no problem. It's just that he's a zombie and too dead to speak to me. But there's never been a falling out. Well, maybe now, but at the time of the story I'm telling you, there's never been a falling out. And he had, I think it was one kid at this point, and it was about 2. It was female. I don't know his name. And I did know its name at one point, but I've forgotten it. And I didn't see it for 18 months. And then I started judging myself based on society's repression, so culture, based on what society will tell you should do. So I started telling myself that this was because I was a bad person, basically, that I wasn't interested in seeing this niece. So I thought, right, I'm going to make an effort. And I went one time. So I texted my brother saying, I want to be part of Blob's life. And he said, okay, fine, but once you're part of Blob's life, you can't leave Blob's life. I should remember its name. I can't remember its name. Let's call it Sally. What a stupid name for a 3-year-old. So Sally, are there any 3-year-olds called Sally? There can't be any 3-year-olds called Sally anymore. So I'm going to have to change your name because I can't stop laughing. So Emily, if you're in Emily's life, and you've got to stay in Emily's life, so good parenting, well done, brother. Sorry, Lee. Yes, I'll do that. I went once, and I never went back. I've only had a son who I do know the name of because it's my granddad's name, Hayden. And Hayden's special needs, man. That actual special needs. So that's a bit embarrassing. And that's obviously not come from a greatorex gene. That's come from the spactard that he calls a partner. Like it's proper special needs. So I wasn't interested in that, obviously. But, you know, like, this is the point. If my brother was conscious, I'd be much more interested in his children. But why am I going to be interested in repressed little zombie bots that are getting poisoned, that are probably going to be dead in 10 years? Like, what's the point? That's my feeling on it. Now, there's also the fact that me and my brother have never really had a relationship. He's only a half brother. I basically just see him as dead, as in, you know, how he shows up in life is dead. So there's that. Right, so it would be much more relevant to speak about my full sister, who I grew up with and have an element of respect for. But not really anymore because, you know, she's a liberal tard. Again, it's the same thing. Like, there's too much tardation there. There's too much, you know, like, I couldn't be an uncle that's any good anyway because she'd be like, don't do that, don't do that, don't say this, don't say that. You know, basically be a repressed tard. Don't say anything that's true. Don't inspire them. Don't try and get them to be free thinkers. We want little zombie children. Why are you having a bad influence? No, I'm not messing around with that shit. You know, you either want me to be the amazing uncle that I would be, or I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm all or nothing. What? Oh my God, I am gobsmacked. So certainly on a practical level, one of the wisest people in the chat who eats raw meat, that's how researched this person is, that's how able to think out the box this person is, that's how able to go against society's conditionings and norms this person is, that he eats raw meat all the time, like not now and again, that's his diet. Got the jab. I'm gobsmacked. I got the jab too, but I was freaking brainwashed and too young to know better. Oh, you were only 17, wow. So you're only like 22 now, oh my God. I thought you were 40. I was 17 when the Great Con happened, and my mum's a nurse, so naturally I got the fear-mongering drilled into me every day. Bless you, bro. I really feel for you, man. Because you're amazing. You're certainly no tard. Yeah, I can really see how it happens. 17, mum's a nurse. Wow, I'm gobsmacked, but then I'm also gobsmacked you're only 22, so, you know, I can understand how it happened if you were only 17. Honestly, mate, you show up like a 40-year-old. Like, you're so mature and wise. So, presumably you know a bit about detoxing because you know a lot about everything, so what are you doing about it? How do you feel about it now? What are the practical measures and mental/spiritual measures? How do you face it? I mean, this guy's a prick. So obviously his opinion is relevant. But who's this Lee geezer? Drop him out. The videos are boring. Oh, maybe he just means the one with Lee. I thought he meant that it would have been funny if you were saying this live stream is now boring after Lee's effect, which I would agree with. But actually, this guy's just, you know, he's a full-on hater, so he's very repressed. So obviously, he doesn't understand a word that Lee says, and is here purely for dopamine hits and hatred. So obviously, he can't handle the Lee videos. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Riley. But Cole agrees with you. I agree with Riley. Our children's soul are the most important part of our lives. This is why they attack the families and children and not us and souls off balance. Yeah, totally agree. No, Rachel, not at all. Like, look how I'm more than happy to sit down with Lee. I'm more than happy to receive reflections. You can't offer reflections because you're just projecting and trying to be, you're desperate for me to see you as equal. Now, Lee's telling me that everyone is equal, so in one sense, I'm sure you are. But, intellectually, consciously, we're not equals. Stop pretending we are. Yeah, so Stephen was a pleb. You could relate to him. That's harsh on Stephen. He's not a pleb, but he's of the surface level, so you could relate to him. Lee is beyond the surface level, so you can't relate to him. Jackknife TV, yeah! How do, Tom? Hello, all. Fell asleep waiting for last night's live. I don't think there was one last night, was there? Nearly missed this one. So many family NPC tangents. Nearly missed this one. Thankfully, back in the bunker of the with Tom. The with Tom. Wow, that could be a good heading if I ever get to a state where I can as in I'm peaceful and not a crazy cat. I'm not as mad as a box of frogs. I haven't spoken with my last sibling for 11 years now. Yeah, nice. I'm probably about the same. I think it's certainly 8 or 9 years. I don't think we'll ever speak again. They've cancelled my dad's funeral over it. My dad's not dead. Over this surface level disagreement that means absolutely nothing. That happened many years ago. My dad is not having a funeral because my mum is so petrified that my sister will have to go through the horrors of ever seeing me again. Because obviously my sister's a golden child and I'm a black sheep. So she has to protect the golden child from the black sheep. So they've cancelled my dad's funeral. It's just so funny. And obviously my dad's so repressed and just does what he's told. But he has now told himself that he doesn't want a funeral, whereas actually he's just been told he's not having one. It's just hilarious. It's like the best NPC story ever. Like it's absolutely hilarious. But it's also, I just feel for my dad, really. Like, not that, funerals are satanic events anyway, I'm sure, so it doesn't really matter. And it's a relief for me because I don't have the moral dilemma of do I have to fly back for my dad's funeral now, because there isn't one. Because I wouldn't want to. It would only be out of obligation and society's judgment that I would ever do that. So, yeah, win-win-win as far as I'm concerned. But just fucking hilarious watching these spackers that I call family spacking out over something that happened 8 years ago and is surface level and completely meaningless. No, I've genuinely forgotten my niece's name. What was she called? No, I have no idea. Don't care. So just to let you know, Rachel, you're going to blow up very soon. You're going to fall out with me very soon. This is the start of it. So as you can see, I am with Lee. We project onto, let's just say, our teachers, people who are helping us and are higher than us and are giving us strong reflections to help us. But it's inevitable we end up falling out with them and end up projecting onto them and end up making them the wrong guy. I'm determined not to do that with Lee because I've experienced it enough to know that it's my ego. But you're about to do this. You're doing this now through this live stream, and it's about to explode. So you're about to start hating me, and because you're about to become a hater. I can. It's very obvious to me what's going to happen, and that's fine. That's your process. It's nothing to do with me. I don't care. Obviously, I'd prefer it if you weren't a hater, but it's inevitable. That's the stage you're about to go in. I'm telling you now, so maybe you can actually reflect on yourself and do the work and not do that. But it's inevitable that you are going to do that. Tom, I have the exact same scenario with my sister. I always knew she was going to weaponize her kids once they were born. I think she's jealous of the fact I'm not fake like her. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's just like Rachel now. Like yeah, no, okay, let's not use Rachel. Yeah, there's a lot of jealousy in there. You know, the repressed don't like the free, quite simply, because you show them how repressed they are. This guy's a great example. So repressed, so hateful, because, you know, I'm constantly shining the light that he doesn't have. So he has to do things like, oh, you're disgusting, you're this, you're that, shame me for not remembering some pleb's name that means nothing to me. Like, no, you can't shame me, bro, you're pathetic. you live in shame. So this is to the cool guy that got jabbed at 17. Also research how to limit the long-term effects of a jibby. Also, yeah, it's basically saying, yeah, I mean, I'd be amazed if he's not doing that. Because this guy's like sending me information. He's emailing me with loads of great information about diet. So there's no way this guy hasn't looked into the detoxification. I think we're in the age of narcissistic personality disorder. Anyone on the spiritual journey is going to have a narcissist somewhere in their primary socialization. We're all narcissists. We're all socialized to be narcissists. Like the way society is now, it's so materialistic, it's so disconnected. You can't possibly not have some narcissistic tendencies being brought up in this society. So I find people that are obsessed with narcissists are the narcissists because they're living in projection. Everyone's a narcissist. All this story of I'm surrounded by narcissists. No. See the narcissist in you. That's why you're surrounded by narcissists. It's a reflection of yourself. Happy to answer your inquiry, Tom. I'm not a dad. Many reasons why not. Thanks for letting me know, bro. Oh yeah, I've done that. Again, you want me to be the bad guy. So you're making me the bad guy and you're making stupid assumptions. Of course, I've just said, yeah, I'm that's fine. I just won't come to a funeral. Oh, no, we're not having one. They still need their little fear, repression story. So yeah, of course I've done that, you stupid retard. How can you be so fucking stupid? Fuck you, Lee. I'm giving it to these cunts. How can you be such a fucking retard who just lives in complete assumption and noise and chaos and then comes onto the stream of a conscious person where there's some conscious people and just retards all over it, you fucking spaz. Fuck you, you fucking cunt. All send me money now. Fuck off. Okay, now that's out of my system, we can carry on. At least I love my family. At least I'm a good little robot. At least I'm plebbing right. Fuck off, you boring pleb. The straw wench is back. Straw wench, where have you been? We've missed your wenchiness. My sister is a libtard. She joined Antifa and started marching and chanting, smashing the fascists. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, how are you dealing with that? Debbie loves the fuck you all. Oh God, such repressed fucking twats. Can't be vulnerable, can't fucking express, can only fucking judge. How boring, how fucking boring. Do you not get bored of being a repressed fucking pleb? Do you not get bored of having no backbone? Do you not get bored of pretending to be nice so that fucking retards don't dislike you? Do you get bored of treading on eggshells and not saying what's true and what you really think? Or are you so repressed that you have told yourself that what you think is correct and that you don't need to look at yourself or question anything? Oh yeah, you are that fucking retarded. Fuck me. And you're on my live stream and I'm supposed to not react. And I'm supposed to not demand money when I have to deal with such utter utter Goius Plebeius Retardius. Fuck me. What a stupid fucking existence. However, this flower is very beautiful. Send me money, bitches. I don't mean that. You're not bitches, especially the ones that send money. I'm exaggerating now. I'm trying to be funny, whilst also releasing a lot of anger. Jack, help me out, Jack. You're fucking great. Love it. I'm a big black bastard, and I have a 12-inch schlong. Sorry. Love it. I'm the biggest black sheep in my family. In fact, I'm apparently infamous, a legend in my lifetime. Apparently, they get most annoyed that I feel no shame and embrace it like a badge of honor. Jack, I fucking love you, bro. Well said, mate. Well said. Can you give it to the plebs? Because you're fucking on it. No, don't waste your energy on me. Jack, I fucking love you, mate. I just love you. Do you want to come and live in St. Meat for a month, Jack? Or for as long as you want. I assume that you don't have the means to do it long term, but you know, if you want to come and live here with me and leave for a month, email me. You're in. Or for as little 2 weeks or 6 months, whatever. David, I enjoy watching you have more balls than most to do what you do. Yeah. I definitely don't have any. I don't have many repression issues. But you know, it's also, you know, there's two sides to everything, isn't there? So yeah, I'm courageous and I have big balls, but actually I have really small balls. To say how big my cock is, my balls aren't very big. But metaphorically, I have big balls. But then there's also the lack of slowness, compassion, and care that comes with that makeup, that way of being. So I'm inviting more of that in for myself, and obviously when it's in for myself, it will be reflected in how I respond to others as well. But yeah, I think I'm great. I like it too. I don't know what Lee's fucking moaning about. I'm the best person in the world. What's he on about? Now, is there enough space to get those flowers closer? I'd come to the conclusion that I couldn't do this, but actually I think there is. And I think this is very important and worth interrupting a live stream for. And I know Igor agrees, and that's all that matters. There you go, Igor, that's for you. And Debbie, and all the other good ladies. And any men that aren't so repressed and scared of their feminine side, that they can appreciate it too. Yes, plebs piss me off. Tom is back in my house. I'm glad you appreciate it, fan. Justin will love it. Justin will absolutely love it. Tom, I am exhausted by dealing with plebs. Please help. Mate, I'm having the same issue, mate. I am having the same issue. Thank you, Justin. I really appreciate you. I hope you're not, you know, so repressed that you think that that's a gay thing and get triggered by it. I don't think you are. I love you for your support and your contributions to the chat. I'd probably suck you off too if you want, but that's not the intention. I don't have any neighbors, so fuck you, you projecting stupid little pleb that knows nothing about anything. Silly cunts. Silly, repressed, projecting, stupid plebs. Everyone has narcissism. We wouldn't survive without it. But I don't believe everyone is a cluster B personality disorder. NPD is just a modern label for being demonically possessed. Totally agree. And I think everyone has attachments. I think everyone has a level of this. But of course, there are some more serious cases, which you've got a nice fancy label for. I'm not interested in labels. But yes, I agree with what you're saying. David loves the flowers. Well, how good are these ones, David? They are just the best. They only last for 2 days, sadly. But they are great. All right, that's the end of the chat. It's getting a bit weird for this one. Oh, it's getting a bit out of the bounds. Oh, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to somebody expressing honestly and openly and truly. I'm not used to people that aren't repressed. I've only ever seen repression and lies and indoctrination, and I think that's normal. Yeah, flowers are the best. Right, I'm going to go and shit. Get some comments in if you want this to continue. Oops. Oh my God, that was never ending. That was horrendous. That was worse than the waterfall, the ice waterfalls. You know when it's like really stodgy and just comes out in bits and never ends? I've still got half of it up my fucking tunnel. Because, you know, there's only so long you can sit on a toilet for. Especially when you're meant to be doing a live stream. Lol. Yeah, that was awful. And it burnt the chocolate starfish because I ate chili last night. What did I eat last night? Oh, I had Mexican last night. Oh, yeah. I was a right fat fucker. So after Beans died, I decided to just completely treat myself, as in, like, comfort myself. So for lunch, I had fish and chips, which is, you know, usually I just have rice and meat for lunch. But I had fish and chips. And then for tea, I got nachos and, how do you say it? Quesadillas? Quesadillas. Now, by the time I'd finished the nachos, there wasn't really any room for the quesadillas, but because I'm a fat cunt, I still forced 2 of them down. Got 2 in the fridge for lunch today. But of course, full of jalapenos. So the chocolate starfish is a boiled starfish this morning. And it was just so stodgy. And then I had to use the Asian bum gun to try and get the rest out, but I didn't really. So I think there's still a load of stodge up there. Which is no shock, seeing as I had fish and chips for lunch. And then Mexican stodge for tea. All right. No donation. No more donations, I should say. Yeah, I think we'll end this. Okay, where are we at? Yeah, she's definitely about to turn into a hater, which I've seen for a long time because it's this entitlement issue. It's this she has all these expectations of me based on her own repression and entitlement, and of course I'm not going to fulfill any of them because they're all retarded and all about her, and they have no perspective of, you know, the other me, and the fact that these are my channels and are here to serve me, not her. So it's inevitable. I've always known that Rachel will end up being a hater. Ship poo comments only required. No cash for you. Carry on, Tom. Perhaps you have learned to take on, but oh my God, how dare she? She's got so much work to do, so much self-reflection to do, and she thinks she can advise me. Rachel, you're making a fool of yourself. Debbie can see it. You're making a real fool of yourself. You're really showing how low consciousness and intellect you are here, which we've all known for a very long time. I've tried helping you. I've tried being nice with you, but you're really showing the Rachel that I've always known you are here. Now, of course, that's not the real Rachel. That's not the authentic Rachel. Underneath this bullshit is a real loving, authentic, I don't think ever high IQ, but you know, potentially, I don't think high consciousness is actually a potential for you either. But, you know, more conscious, let's say. You know, there is a much better version of Rachel underneath it. But I know this. I've seen this. I've seen this coming. It's very obvious. And people like me and Debbie can read you like a book. She's trying to tell you to stop because she can see what you're doing. We can all see what you're doing. There's a few other plebs in the comments that will obviously, I'm going to say reinforce, but there's a better word, that will, through their own repression, be like, oh, great, there's another one. Obviously, they won't use this language, but there's another repressed one, so I don't have to look at myself. They're not looking at themselves too. We can all just be victims and blame others together. There's a few of those here tonight. But the good ones, look how the good ones are responding. Catch yourself, Rachel, before you burn bridges that you will regret. Yeah, Rachel is the new Sophie. I mean, there's a reason why I had them on the same, you know, I used to speak about them as if they were the same person. And then Rachel made some improvements, but I always knew that this was going to happen. It's obvious, like when you're as entitled as she is, this is inevitable. And she's strongly entitled. Now she's trying to show some wisdom by just banging on about beetroot. Very obvious, very boring. Yep, Rachel's a spaz. No. Will you return to the UK for a visit or not in the future? Yeah, I mean, right now, the only reason I would go back is if one of my parents are ill, and I still don't know if I'd even do that. One, because my parents haven't really, it's a difficult one because they've done so much for me in so many ways. But also, they don't respect me for the man that I am. And they don't respect, because they don't respect themselves. So what's the point in me going back? So let's say one of them gets ill, like, okay, there's something about being at your dad's side when he dies. Like, maybe, probably. But, you know, I think it's all just obligation and repression. I don't think really anyone would gain anything. They're not able to receive from me. They're not able to receive, full stop, so they can't receive from me. Yes, come on, man. Oh, you're down there, are you? Okay. Where's CT7? No, I've not even seen him this morning, other than when he was on the circle. Buzz, buzz! See that, normally he'd be around my feet straight away. Oh, I just can't do this life anymore. I just can't do it. It's just crap. So no, I don't think so. And then there's also, you know, am I risking my freedom by going back to the UK? Will there be police waiting for me at the airport? Probably not. I'm a small fry. But I've definitely said things that other people have gone to prison for. So if we got a Rupert Lowe government, which obviously would still be part of the same club and would still be there to enslave you, but it would look quite good for a while, and it would be like when Donald Trump came in and a few things changed, like men are men and women are women, and everyone cheers that. But that's only because they've swung the pendulum so far into insanity that just saying basic obvious stuff now feels like a win, but it doesn't change any of the fundamental things that are enslaving everyone. Well, Rupert Lowe will, of course, be exactly the same. But there will be a period where it will feel good in the UK if Rupert Lowe comes in, and it would feel safe for me to come back. If I was in Europe, I'd probably fly in just to see the flowers in spring, because I love English flowers. I love England. If I was making shitloads of money and money wasn't really a thing, I would like to come back and rent a van and go around Scotland maybe, or something like that. But then there's also the becoming a tax resident thing again. So I forget what it is, but basically I think for the first 3 years, if I spend 16 days in England, then I become an English tax resident again. Obviously, I don't want to be an English tax resident for moral reasons, actually. I mean, obviously for financial reasons, but actually moral reasons. I think morally to be paying tax to these scumbags is very weak and very repressed. So I don't want to be doing that. So I'm just going to see if it's any better with these lights on. Not that it really matters. Just noticing a shadow on my face, wondering if I can get rid of it. No, not really. We've already discovered this. I don't know why I'm doing it again. So would I return to the UK? I mean, you know, it's a 12-hour flight and it's £1,000. Like, no, I hate flying. I hate long flights. Oh, no, no, it's just so not worth it. Yeah, if my mum was dying, we would find out. If my dad was dying, I don't think we'd find out. If my mum was dying, I think we'd find out. And I think I probably would go back. But then there's all the sister issues, which aren't issues from my point of view, but from their point of view, it's like worse than death. So. Jack, bless you, Jack. Fucking Jack is definitely... Oh, this takes way too long. I'm so bad at this. I'm just so bad at life. I can't do life anymore. I'm finished. He's definitely my brother and a hero. Just for the way he shows up in life. By the way, seeing you use my gift words, chocolate, it was you, Jack. Oh, fantastic. I didn't understand it when you first said it. So I was referring to the chocolate starfish as basically the poo and still using brown eye for the chocolate starfish. But then when I watched it back, I was like, oh, chocolate starfish. It means the brown starfish, but look, the bumhole, it looks like a brown starfish, obviously. So obviously I've stolen that, but I forgot that it was you. So thank you for that, Jack. It is fantastic. It makes me chuckle. You make blunt honesty an art form and give me a giggle every time. I just love you, Jack. And we're kindred spirits, man. We'd get on great. I think you're brilliant. Where is he? Is he having a smoke or a poo? It was a poo. A smoke might happen soon. We've got a newish subscriber, Gaz Bob's Life. Good start, good name. Newish subscriber here. You're right, Tom. Very good start. Will be obvious shite around us, and we're expected to put a mask on and pretend everything is okay. Fucking mental, isn't it, mate? Mental. You're literally getting invaded by stabby, rapey animals, and like, it's racist to have a problem with that. It's just fucking bonkers. Oh my goodness, I can't cope with this life for much longer. Yeah, I think this is an issue too. Rachel has a drink problem. More night goes on, the worse she gets. It's a pattern. Yeah, I'm only just starting to see that. I've seen the psychological side very clearly and strongly for a long time. I didn't realize she was an alcoholic, but yeah, the evidence is there. Would donate, but I'm really tight for money, so I hope a thank you for the streams. Okay, yeah, of course, mate. I don't want anyone to donate that can't afford to donate. And there's other ways you can contribute, like the way you do with great wisdom and just great contributions. If you're not able to do that and you're a bit low intellect, then that's fine. We don't judge you, just like the stream. But yeah, Jack's been, no issues, mate, no issues. Your comments will be brought up every time, no matter what. Yeah, alcohol's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And of course, you know, if you need alcohol, then you're vibrating very lowly, and there's no judgment in that. It just is what it is. You know, it comes from the Greek word for flesh eats and soul for a reason. You know, because that's literally what it does. But of course, if you're in deep shame and deep guilt and deep fear, then once again, I don't have a vibration chart. Then you will be vibrating with alcohol or maybe H or crack. Someone called Chill Channel has made a video about NTS. No, over Chill Channel. Yeah, I'm not interested in that, mate. It's just some retard pleb. They've done many videos about me. I've not watched any of them. When we did the first one, I had the first two moderators, which were very intense on it, you could say. And they watched it and they sent me a few screenshots saying that basically they just they haven't got anything, you know, they're just criticizing to try and, because that's what their channel is, you know, they can't create content themselves, so they just take other people's content and criticize it. And basically the best they had was a few screenshots of me pulling facial expressions that they said looked demonic. So it's a complete joke. It's just hatred. It's just a hater who's created a whole channel based on hating people because he can't create his own channel. Yeah, I went for it, didn't I? See, this is the thing. If you suppress stuff, it just fucking pops out. This is how the shadow works. So I am starting to think that Lee's wrong. Obviously, I know Lee's not wrong. I'm just in deep resistance. But also, it's been way more boring tonight, right? It's usually more fun, right? It's usually more fun when I'm excited about money and therefore excited about the chat. So I'm starting to think, not that Lee's wrong. I totally accept that Lee's right, but I'm starting to think I can't do this. I'm no longer doing the work. I'm no longer interested in spirituality. I'm no longer interested in becoming a better person. I'm just going to be a twat. And that's fine because I was a lot happier when I was a twat. So I'm just going to keep smoking, keep shagging. I mean, I'm not even fucking shagging, but, you know, I might start shagging again. I'm not going to listen to Lee. I'm just going to ask for money and I'm just going to be a twat. But the problem is, then your cats die. As Lee says, then you'll get a slap. And I literally got a slap the next morning. And if I don't do this work, then they're going to take one of the good cats. You know, it was actually quite a soft lesson as lessons go. You know, it was the worst cat. I should say, it was a cat that I didn't really have a bond with, as opposed to the other two who I absolutely adore, and especially this little tiny one, Calico. And then guess what happens? In that video, you see Lee tell me about the cats escaping off a balcony. So I come back and again, I dismiss what he says and I don't take responsibility. I cover it up with a bag full of soil. Not good enough. I know it's not good enough. When I'm doing it on camera, I say, I know that's not good enough. Don't take responsibility. What happens half an hour later? Knock, knock at my door. Lee's at my door with Calico in his hands. She's escaped. She's ran past his door. She could have very easily been eaten by the dogs. So once again, I'm not taking responsibility. And once again, the universe is giving me a very kind warning, like, listen, we're going to take your fucking cats off you. We're going to take your favorite cat off you. Here's another fucking warning. Do you want to take responsibility or not? Because next time, Lee's not going to see it and not going to end up knocking on your door and you're going to find a dead cat. This was 4 hours after Beans had died. So unfortunately, you have to do the fucking work. Unfortunately, you have to fucking become better. Otherwise, the universe just destroys your fucking life. It's shit. I hate it. The thing is, Tom is on his journey, as we all are, and anything he has taken from his conversation with Lee will take time to take in. It takes time to change. Riley knows because she's doing the work. Debbie knows because she's doing the work. What I see, Rachel, is Tom has taken it in and he will do the work. But as I say, it's not something that will change like that. So Rachel's judging me. I mean, it's just so pathetic when she's showing up like an alcoholic spastard who's clearly in total hatred and repression. I know, I get it. I love Tom. Been watching for 2 years. So I get he is entertaining. Yeah, that's not what she's saying at all. Just not what she's saying at all. Paul gets it. All the good ones get it, obviously. Straw Wench is going for Rachel now for her attention. She used to get dopamine hits off the pointless attention of Sophie. She's lost Sophie now, so now she's going to go for Rachel. You have made me spurt tea over myself countless times. That's an absolute win. Well, sat baking in bed watching your lives. I love that, Jack. I fucking love that. I just love you, Jack. And I'd like to say not in a gay way, but I think it could be quite gay if you're good looking. Okay, so Rachel drinks gin and tonic now as I'm on a diet and wine is calorific. Healthy living. Oh, I'm laughing with you, Rachel. I'm just laughing at how fucked we all are, including me. My friend gave me some green herb he grew, Alaskan thunderfuck. I mean, any weed that's called thunderfuck, like, nah. It's called, I think burning down with Tom would be epic. I think you'd be disappointed. It's like that, what's that, that really good mushroom that's called penis envy. It's like, why do we give these amazing medicines these horrendous names? I would be very wary about anything called thunderfuck and what energy it's been grown in. But, you know, also these names are just names. I love you, man. Yeah, I'm very open for people coming to say MV, but they have to have met themselves. Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? It's fucking obvious. No, it's not mean. It's reflecting. It's helping. You know, what's mean is people pleasing and being nice when people are destroying themselves. We need to get past this thinking that honesty is rude or honesty is mean. This comes from your repression. This comes from your defensive nature because you haven't met yourself and have never taken an internal breath. You're speaking to two, I'm just going to use, no, I'm not going to use that word. You're speaking to two conscious ladies who are way beyond your level of perception. So again, you need to sit down, shut up, listen and learn. But you won't do that because you're too repressed. And therefore you know, I mean, just look at the libtard. The person that knows literally the least in the world is the loudest. So Stupid people are the loudest. The emptiest can rattles the loudest. That's you. Shut up, learn. Would you say people in Asia are awake or asleep from your interactions? Completely asleep. 100%. Land of NPCs, but I love them. It's shite in England. This is no place for free-thinking, freedom-loving people. It's a workhouse for zombies. Yeah, how are you going to get out, Gaz? Look at all these excuses, man. It's just so boring. Likewise, Jack. I'm really glad you're here. I think you're the one that's making me most smiley. Debbie to Rachel. My point is you're yelling at Tom. He should learn, yet you get pissed every night. It makes no sense. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad we're at the hate stage with Rachel. I've been waiting for this. Like, this needs to happen. Like, she needs to go through this. It's so obvious that she was always going to become a hater. Like, she's got so much entitlement in her. Like, it's impossible for her not to become a hater. And so little consciousness and ability to self-reflect. So I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we're going to get this process done. And that process may go on forever and we may never see her again. That's fine. Or, you know, hopefully for her sake that, you know, she'll process it and then come back as a better, less projective, repressed person. But it's good that it's happening because it's just, you know, we've just been waiting for this. You know, it's just like she can't make any progress until she goes through this. Hopefully she gets ridiculed and shamed enough for her to be humiliated and embarrassed enough to do something about it. Daz is finding it cathartic. I'm at the bottom of the chat, guys, if you're wondering why I've slowed down and stopped. I guess we're going to end the stream. How much money have I had? Even though that doesn't matter. Of course it matters. It's all I care about. Right, so 7, 9, 29. With visuals, we'll call it 30, 32, 34. I should be showing all these people. 34, 44, 46. Wow, this is great. Oh my God. 66. Cool. Let's try and do the 3. I need some more comments though. Maybe I should end it. What would I do if I ended it? I'd watch it back. I'd have a smoke. It's about 7 a.m. This is the thing, man. I've got 12 hours to kill. Now, I might need to go to a vet's. I don't think I'm going to go there, but I might need to go to a vet's. I really should do something about a bike, although I've accepted that I'm just renting a bike for another. This is what happened in Thailand. Every month I told myself it's the last month I'll be renting a bike. I'll buy a bike this month, and then I ended up renting a bike for 13 months until I got put in prison. Same is going to happen here. I can't do shit. I just can't do things. Doing stuff is just too much. And honestly, if you're just getting through the days right now, congratulations. Like, why am I so obsessed with doing the work and deepening? Well, it's because my cats die if I don't. But, you know, that is the only reason. If it wasn't for cats dying, I would not be listening to Lee and I'd just be carrying on as I am. If it wasn't for the slap that is inevitable, if I don't listen to Lee, because as he says, once you know, you receive the lessons to make sure you embody it. So you can't avoid it. So it's only because the universe is a cunt that I'm still even bothering with this self-work journey. It's only because I'll get punished if I don't. Because honestly, I just want to wank and smoke my way through the day. I can't think of anything more worthwhile than that, other than maybe snorting an 8-ball and getting fisted. That is still the peak experience of my life. Maybe I should do that again. I haven't done it for about 7 years. And when I was in Thailand, I got an energy session from someone who, thank you, Rachel. I got oh, there's more. We'll be with you in a minute, Tarts and Tours and Tarts. I did an energy, who knows, man, he was probably full of shit, but, you know, he seemed pretty impressive. And we took mushrooms together, and he did all this blowing on me, energy work. And he claimed to have removed a load of demons that had got him when I last snorted. So, and he said, if you ever do that again, man, I'll never speak to you again. He didn't say those words, but, you know, he was like very clear. So, I mean, there's also just, you know, I'm not in a place where I need that shit. I'm not vibrating in complete fear, shame, and guilt. Of course, there's still some of those vibrations in me where I have to do that shit. So there's just no pull to it at all, really. But then whenever it does come up, like being fisted on that powder is still the best experience of your life. Why are you not doing that again? Then I remember the session with a guy in Thailand, and I'm just like, I don't even need to do that. Like it's not, you know, it's just not something I'm ever going to do again. Maybe. Oh God, I just love it. I just love being treated like a bitch when I started an 8-ball. Being slapped around, being pissed on, being fisted. It's just the best. Right on the edge of existence. Right on the edge of pain and pleasure. Oh, God, the best. If I couldn't find anyone to fist me, I used to get my Hoover and I used to bounce on the handle. So, you know, think of a standard Hoover with like a pretty thick handle. Like, fucking great fun. Oh, I miss those days. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Good sign. But I still think what I said is going to happen. I still think you're going to become a hater. Because now what you're doing is you're trying to buy me, maybe. Like, you know, maybe you're giving without expectation, but from every way you've shown up in the past, I imagine this will come with expectation attached. And the expectation will probably be, if I send Tom a $5, he'll stop being nasty to me. He'll stop reflecting the truth to me. Well, that's not going to happen. So I think you're going to hate me even more now. Tarts and Tours. Teas and Tarts Tours in Manchester, even though it's actually in Pennsylvania. Can you explain that to me, please? Hey, Tom, to answer your last question, my name is Michelle. I left the UK 14 years ago, could not stand what was happening over there. Amazing. Are you concerned that the same are you concerned that very similar issues are prevalent in America too? Do you feel safe in America? Why is your title Manchester when it's Pennsylvania? Those are the next set of questions for you, my love. Thank you very much for your support. This is for Rachel and the tour of Teas and Tarts in Pennsylvania, but pretending to be in Manchester. There we go to those wonderful people. Sadly, the comment is covering up the last one. Let's try and change that. No, that didn't help. That might help. No, that's not helping either. I give up. Okay, back to the chat. Let's get rid of this childish stuff on the screen, but people seem to be childish enough to child with me, so that's good, because I like them very much. All right, that was very motivating. Thanks, guys. Thanks, ladies. What are we talking about? Where are you from, Daz? You sound very Yorkshire, or at the very least working class. Both two things that I love very much. Hello, baby. You know, I've always said stoners don't riot. Then I remembered the battle of the Beanfield. Oopsie, I don't get it, mate. I'm sure it's very funny though. Oh no, she's sneezing again. Oh, my little sneezing pussy. Oh, you're gonna be okay. You are gonna be okay. Because you're my favorite thing in the world at the moment. Other than Igga and Debbie. And a few other good ones, but particularly Igga and Debbie. And I suppose Lee. But you're the best thing in the world to me right now. You're just my favorite little bundle of joy. And I love how loving you are. And how much fun you are. I don't like it when you chew my wires, though. But you're worth it. I'm happy to lose wires for you. Just please don't try and get off a balcony and get eaten by those doggies. You won't like it. She's so brave, so courageous. Like, I imagine she was just loving life down there. Like, you know, and again, this tells me that she wasn't part of a traumatic event because she doesn't seem to realize how dangerous it is. So brave. Like, she's, of all the, what was 3 cats, she's the only one that's gone beyond the balcony, and she's like a third of the size of the other 2. And she's just running around without a care in the world. I mean, how would she have got back if Lee hadn't have found her? Like, I mean, obviously she'd have got killed by the dogs, but let's say she hadn't got killed by the dogs. Like, I don't know if she'd have ever, if she'd have known how to get back, because obviously she can't get back onto the balcony. I assume maybe she can. I doubt it. She doesn't know how to. She's never been up the stairs before. She doesn't know how. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe cats are more intelligent than I realized, but. You know, she's never experienced going from down there to up here and would know the route. Oh, you're very sneezy. You're very sneezy. Oh, for fuck's sake. What does AI say about sneezing cats? Oh, obviously it's just going to tell me to go to a vet's because it's a woke, cautious piece of repressed shit. Without being a woke, cautious, repressed piece of shit, that just tells me to do the most cautious thing every single time. Can you tell me about cats sneezing? Is it something I should worry about? I have a kitten and it's been sneezing for 24 hours. What's going on? Is it going to die? Try to answer with an open, trusting, non-repressed perspective, please. No, your kitten is almost certainly not going to die. Wow. That's a good start. From a 24-hour bout of sneezing, take a breath. Cats sneeze just like we do. It's normal physiological reflection of a nasal passage. Oh, I don't need that much detail. What's going on? When a kitten starts sneezing repeatedly, it usually boils down to 2 standard environmental irritants. Kittens are low on the ground, dust, yada, yada, yada. The kitty cold, fantastic. No, it's talking about recent vaccine side effects. You mean the effects of jabs? That we call side effects. No, they're the effects. And is it something to worry about? Right, no, 24 hours. What matters is context and appetite is good, energy is good, no discharge, breathing is good, how to handle it, chill out and monitor, give it another day or 2. Okay, great. What if it was still coughing in 5 days? What would you say then? If a sneezing or worse, a cough is still hanging around after 5 days, the calculus changes. At that point, it's no longer just a random bit of dust. All right, we don't need to read about that, so it's not going to happen. Rachel is still trying to buy my friendship. I mean, is donating wonderfully and with love. No expectations required, Tom. Money sent with love for the cats. I will never be a hater, just a pisshead twat. Oh, that's amazing. Escaping sleep paralysis. Well, that's amazing, Rachel. I think you will become a hater at some point. I think we're very close to that. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong. But also, I just hope that you have the fastest, most powerful process that serves you the best. So if that means you need to hate on me for a bit, that's fine. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your love for the cats. Hopefully, I won't have to spend it at vets. And hopefully, I'd like to buy them some toys. But will they play with them? Now they play with, can I show you this? They play with this quite a bit. So this dangles off the table. They like that. You know, I can't help but be a bit of a Scrooge when it comes to toys because they like leaves. Like, you know, they like a crispy leaf more than any £4 toy that I've bought them. But at the same time, Rachel's giving me money for cats, so maybe I will go and buy a new cat toy. You know, I'd kind of like to buy a new... But then, you know, I don't need to buy a new scratching post. It's just my shopping addiction. I don't think the cats actually need anything. This is the thing, but I want to buy the cat stuff. But now, there is this tube thing in the pet shop. Yes, hello. And they've got quite a lot of them, so I imagine people buy them and cats love them. But, you know, I bought a cat bed, and of course they've not gone in it once. So I'm scared that this will happen with a tube, but something I could buy is like, it's like circular. and it's got a hole in it where they can enter and then they can run around this tube. But I mean, it looks pretty boring to me because, you know, it's not very big. Like once you've experienced the tube, you've experienced the tube. But that's obviously from a human perspective. The cats might love it. And they do like being in things, don't they? They do like enclosed spaces. So cat people, so Rachel and Riley and anyone else who wants to get involved, do you think it would be worth spending about £12, bearing in mind, you know, well, minus YouTube's cut, £7 of it is Rachel's money, on a tube thing? Like, will the cats use it, basically? Do they like tubes? Do they like running in circles and being in darkness and enclosed with a little opening where they can pop out and go, hi, I'm a cat, and I'm going back into the tube now? Can you answer that with a super chat, Rachel? Or no, I'm joking. Just stop it. I think you need a hobby, Tom. Like what? Can't do any sport out here. It's too hot. Sport is the only hobby that's worthwhile, in my opinion. Now, that's not true. Of course, reading, sewing, art, very worthwhile, but I'm way too manic for any of that stuff. So sport is the only one that serves me, and it's too hot to do that. So, like, there's a badminton court in my garden. Can't use it. Unless I can find someone that wants to play badminton at 5 in the morning, but I'm usually chatting to you guys at that time. So hobbies, again, it's just avoidance, isn't it? Like I'm learning to be and learning to not avoid myself. So I don't want to, from a spiritual perspective, from a what's happening here and where my life is at, and clearly what's happening. I'm living with Lee. I'm living in a country where it's too hot to really do anything, but I have a great environment for doing nothing. You know, this apartment and the grounds and the gorgeous energy of Cambodia, particularly Siem Reap. So I think, other than sport and trying to work to get rid of these tits, and obviously adrenaline and dopamine and all that, I can't see any reason to take on a hobby other than to distract myself from the work that I'm here to do. So that doesn't serve me. And then there's just the fact that everything's really boring. Honestly, I just want to smoke and wank. That's all I want to do. But my dick won't work anymore. I'm 41. So, you know, the most that I can do is 2 a day. If I do 2 a day, my balls are hurting. If I do 3, my balls are really hurting. And I get sores on my penis. So it's like the only good thing in life is agony. I want to die. Rachel, how do you feel about me spending the £7 on a memory? I'm only joking. I don't want a memory. Oh God. Yeah. What do you want me to do with that message, Darren? Do you want me to email you back like, oh yeah, it's terrible. Here's some more stats for you. Oh, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know it's bad, man. Jack, I find out. Oh, Jack, I'm falling in love with you. Shit. I find alcohol being. Are you ugly, Jack? If you're ugly, then there's no problem because I'm very shallow. If you're hot, have we found out how old you are? I think you're like late 20s, so that could work. As in, you know, I could actually find you attractive if you're really hot. But then I've got tits and I'm fat, so it's pointless. And you're not gay, so it's even more pointless. I find alcohol brings out the worst in people because it feeds the ego too much. I avoid it mostly because it can encourage my inner spaz. Yeah, totally, man, 100%. And then, have you done Charlie, Jack? Oh my God, talk about feeding the ego. Oh my God, I do not shut up on that thing. You can imagine how horrendous I am on Charlie. Oh my God, I can't shut up. I can't listen to anyone. Everyone just has to listen to me when I'm on Charlie, or fist me, or fist me and listen to me at the same time. Yes, it was very thoughtful. Rachel has a great heart. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's not going to go into full-on reaction. I still think I'm right. Rachel to Jack, this is going to be good. This is going to be so good. It's like two of the absolute best ones speaking to each other. This is going to be so good. I agree. Some of the things I have done whilst drunk would make the most open-minded person shrink in Homer. Rachel, have you been fisted up the asshole too? You're depraved! I'm going to shame him after he's just told us that he's got fisted by up the asshole when he snorts an 8-ball. This guy clearly can be shamed by me. No, I've just told you stuff that for you would be the most shameful stuff in the world. And I've done it without batting an eyelid, and I care what none of you think. But you're so repressed that somebody saying this to you, would you be like, oh, I'm so offended. Oh, this is such a big deal. I'm going to make this my whole day about this. So you think that I'm going to be the same because you can only perceive from your level of perception, which is very low. Oh, let's just get a few of these on for you. Very, very, very low. So no, you're not going to be able to shame me because you're a spaz. And only spazzers do shame. So you're projecting from your only place of perception, which is spaz. I'm not a spaz. I know that's hard for you to believe. I know you have no concept of what not being a spaz is. Right, we better get these off the screen because we're now moving to tours and tarts of Manchester, but actually Pennsylvania. Another fiver. Thank you, my love. Hi, Tom. Yes, I feel very safe where we live. It's called Manchester Teas and Tarts Tour. As where a tea room I am from. And tarts. It's called Manchester Teas and Tarts. Has where a tea room I am from Greater Manchester, Wigan. Right, so I think basically she's gone to Pennsylvania and she's created an English tea room based on her Manchester vibes and Manchester knowings. So she's called it Manchester Tea Room in Pennsylvania. And it's worked a treat because Americans love English people, like ridiculously so. Well, rightfully so, because we are amazing. We certainly were amazing. And one's like, oh, is it Michelle? Is that right? Manchester Teas and Tarts. Can you confirm that? Because I'd really like to stop saying this massive title. We're going to go with Michelle until I'm talking. No, we're not going to guess. Even though I feel like that's come up in the chat tonight. Teas and Tarts. I can do that. Teas and Tarts. I can't remember what I was going to say about it, but it was something very good. And there's definitely a lot of... I don't know if Pixie's right for you. I mean, definitely just angelic. I don't really like that one, to be honest. It's a bit too standard, feminine. It's not risky. Like, I feel like this is a bit more risky, but actually most women will prefer this, especially the ones in this chat. So we're going to go with that. And we're also going to chuck in an angel face, but there's no point doing that because the angel face is underneath the comment. Oh. What? That's the new position for the angel face. Fantastic. That's one of my favorites. I really like that angel face. Just like Teas and Tarts is one of my favorites. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So it does seem that Lee was right. It does seem that you don't need to threaten your audience to be received, loved, honored, and to experience flow with. Yeah, this is quite remarkable. This is quite a big moment for me, actually. Why am I not happy about it? Why am I feeling resistance? Not to this, obviously. I'm not resistant to money. I'm resistant to this concept of flow and trust, I think. Or the new level of it that I'm about to experience. Why am I so scared of it? Crazy, isn't it? Because intellectually, I can obviously understand that that's where I want to go and that's going to be better. But there's this part of me that's just so obsessed with control and the story it has of this is how you make money. When, you know, you're all proving that That's not true. I should be like, oh, right, that's great, but I feel resentment. I guess this part of the ego is holding on strong. Hey, Pedro, good to have you with us, brother. Where are you from, Darren? You're so working class. I love it. What's not good for who? Context, please, people. Context. I am a pothead. It's 6 in the morning, and it's a lot to take in. You can't remember every comment, and you can't remember the context. So please add context to your comments. Is someone called Sugar spazzing out? Seems like it. Oh, right, yeah. Sugar, I think Sugar is a proper spaz. Or maybe not. It looks like they're taking responsibility. It looks like they're able to reflect and be accountable. That's good. Oh, wow, yeah. Wow, this is looking good. I don't know the context. I don't know if, is Sugar someone I've ripped apart? I'm not sure. But Sugar looks good to me, just from based on those two comments. Battle, so just to confirm, Sugar, I don't know where you are and who you are and anything, but there's nothing wrong with being wrong. If you can take accountability over being wrong is the teacher. What people like Debbie and is it Riley, whoever you're communicating with, wish to see for you, and it is for you, not for them, is you know, a more pleasant life experience, and that's why they're calling you in. It's not calling you out; they're calling you in. And it looks like you're receiving. So that's wonderful. Fantastic. No one cares about you being wrong. It's just, can you take accountability? Can you make the changes to better your life for your experience? Battle of the Bean, Field Hippies versus Police banned the Stonehenge Festival 1985. Over 250 arrests in one day on record in the UK. Yeah, I don't know much about it. You kind of reminded me of it. I have had an awareness of this happening, but I'd forgotten it. Now, Stonehenge was actually, you know, I think that's all just a big con anyway. There's another circle that really conscious people go to. It's not Stonehenge, which is actually much more, but it doesn't look as good. It's more destroyed, but that's energetically much more powerful. So I think Stonehenge is just for plebs anyway. But yeah, I'm sure there's relevance to what you're saying. I'm too tired and don't care enough. Sorry, Jack. And also, this is happening. Thomas Shattock, thanks for your great content. Have a beautiful day. Thomas, you are an absolute hero and are massively appreciated. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate it. This was quite a... Fucking hell, we've got the same problem again, haven't we? This was quite a big stream for me in terms of, oh shit, the bed. In terms of my process, my learning, my journey, my trust, whether I would ever stream again or whether I would stream again this week, it probably is more realistic. And yeah, you're one of many people who have really helped with that. It might not be showing in the way I'm showing up right now because I'm still processing, and it's a deep one, it's a big one. But yeah, this is definitely going to help me lean into this new level of trust and flow that Lee is encouraging in my life. Thank you. Yes. Are you smoking around them, Tom? My cat can't cope with smoke. Yeah, I am. So in the daytime, the door's always open, the fans are on, so I really don't think it's an issue. In the evening, the door is closed, the fans are still on, it's very high ceiling. There's no, it's not like, you know, it's not like when you go, there's no layer of smoke. You know, you don't see the smoke. It comes out of my mouth and it disappears. This is a big flat, big space. Very high ceilings with a big ceiling fan constantly doing that. So I really don't think it's an issue. I've never seen the cats pat an eyelid when I'm smoking or it affect them in any way. So I'm sure, you know, I totally agree with what you're saying, of course. If you're in a small flat with a low ceiling, then I think it could be an issue, but I just don't think it's an issue with where I'm living. But nice suggestion. Oh, yes, I will buy some catnip for sure. I want to get my cat, I want my cats to be smackheads. So yes, that's what I will spend Rachel 7 on, catnip. Great suggestion. I can't wait to see them like crack whores on catnip. Yeah, I don't know the context, Riley, but that's where you learn the most of the irony. I think he's speaking in. I think Riley has experience of the journey, and he's basically saying, you know, the hard bits are where you learn. Very true. I have never had COVID because it doesn't exist. Oh no, we didn't like that bit. I have never had COVID. My daughter and man have had it. Really? Are you sure we didn't just have the flu? I've drank after them while they had a fever and never had it. Great, you got a good immune system. Do you think it's interesting that in 2021, all flu cases, so every year the UK gets basically the same number of flu cases within 10,000. I believe it's about 60,000. I could be wrong, but I think it's about 60,000. Every year, between 50 and 70,000, if the 60,000 is true, but you know, what I'm saying is true, whether the numbers are right or not. And in 2021, there were 0 cases of flu and there were 60,000 cases of COVID. Do you find that suspicious at all, Sugar? Do you have any questions around that, Sugar? Or are you honestly still buying this bullshit? Tube, right. So I think this is in reference to the cats thing. Oh, here we go. My cats don't use the bed, but love tubes, and they broke them. Okay, that's good. I've got a scratching post. I usually have it on the sofa behind me, but I haven't bothered because CC7 is miserable, and this one's just obviously going to be on my lap because it's all it ever does, which is amazing. Cats always need cat food and cat litter, Tom. All goes to cats. So I use soil instead of cat litter, just it's cheaper. Seems to work fine. Yeah, I know my cats need feeding. Tube. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go and buy the tube. They like little fake mice on sticks and catnips. So I've got a stick thing, but they don't seem too interested in that. They seem, you know, I see what I get out of that I can just do with my hands, like play fight with them. Well, with this one. See, I haven't played, CT7 hasn't instigated any play fighting with me, so I haven't done it with him. But this one absolutely loves it. Cats love them, or at least my 5 do. Okay, well, that's very good evidence. He's got 5 cats and they all love them. As if Cole's got 5 cats. Of course he's got 5 cats. Right, so this is a big thing for me. 3 cats felt really good. Then obviously this has happened for a reason. So there's many possibilities. You know, it's for my responsibility, that lesson. It's for these 2 cats to get on better. And maybe I'm not meant to have 3 cats. Oh my God, I'm a bit embarrassed to even tell you that I'm thinking about doing this. So obviously this one is female and CT7 is male. So do I rush out and get this one spayed? Do I ask AI when I need to get this one spayed to make sure it has no kittens, or do I have kittens? Now, how many kittens are usually in a litter? I think about 4. I don't know. Maybe it could be up to 8 or something horrendous. I definitely don't want 10 cats. But if 3 or 4 were to pop out of Calico, Cole has 5 cats. Me and Cole are kindred spirits. I mean, we're actually very different, but we're kindred spirits. Cole, do you recommend having 5 cats? Now, the only thing I can really think of that wire chewing pisses me off. If I've got 5 cats, there's more chance of that. But to be honest, it's worth it. Last night, I was watching calicoing around, chasing leaves and stuff. And the joy it brought for me, like just watching her. I was like, if I had another 3 of these, like, surely that's just 3 times the joy. Because I just love it. You know, I love flowers. I love just looking at flowers. Well, imagine a cat. Like, it's so much more entertaining. Now, the only thing I can really think of as a negative is feeding time. So when I had 3, I would get 2 bowls for the 2 bigger cats, and I'd get them both looking at the bowls, and then I'd chuck them in different directions. So they'd run to the other sides of the rooms and they'd be focused on that food. And then Calico, like a spaz wouldn't understand the pattern that happens every time where once they're out of the way, you're going to get your food. Instead, she wouldn't trust that and she'd run to one of their bowls. Obviously, she's going to get bitten. So as she runs, I grab her and pick her up, and I have her bowl of food in the other hand, and I drop her and the food on that table. So there, the other 2 were eating down there and she was eating there. So if you've got 6 cats, how do you manage that? Or 5? If you've got 5 cats, how do you manage that? That's the only reason I can think to not get more cats. Now, the other reason is because these 2 cats are amazing. These 2 cats are sensational. Like, do I need another cat when this one is on me all the time? And CT7 is also very loving. Would it affect my relationship with these 2 cats? Would it stop them being so loving? Would it stop me appreciating them so much? That's another thing to consider. But I think CT7 and Calico should have babies. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Now, there's also the fact that do I really want, because there's an abundance of cats here. If I went onto expat Facebook and said, I'm looking for 2 cats, I'm pretty sure I could get 2 cats that day for free. So really, I should home some cats that really already exist rather than bringing more cats into an environment that probably doesn't need any more cats. But also, Calico and CT7 are great, and I'd like to see what their babies will be like. Presumably, they'd be very loving and playful, because they're very loving and playful. I don't know how cats work. Cole, how do cats work? Riley, how do cats work? Debbie, how do cats work? No one cares about hamsters. Hamsters are crap. Unless you've got children, what are you doing? Just cruel. Why would you keep a rodent in a cage unless it's for a child's benefit? Then you could possibly argue it's worthwhile. Yes, David. Wow. Thank you, man. I'm getting some super confirmation today. Okay, Lee, you are right. You are right. I already knew you were right, but you are, clearly right. Probably made more of this stream than I do most other streams. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being so giving and showing me that one can operate in a more loving way that's less manipulative and less narcissistic. I think sugar's quite good. Why have we all been giving sugar a hard time? I was giving sugar a hard time. I think sugar's quite good. Tom, buy those pretty cat shelves you put on the wall for them to walk and lay on, and they could look like decorations. What the hell are you talking about? So I'm Googling cat shelves, and I'm going to click on images. Oh my God, they're amazing. Oh, wow. Can you get those in Cambodia? Can I build them myself? Can I order them online? Oh my God, they are unbelievable. And that would be, if I'm going to get 5, I am going to get 5 cats. There's no point answering that question. I'm going to do it. The question is whether I should breed these 2 or just go and get other ones. Now, that makes having 5 cats a lot more. Oh my God, I mean, that's just outrageous. Oh my God, right, money in the chat, please. This is going to cost thousands. I could get really carried away here. You can get all of that for $559. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is a game changer. Who's this? Sugar. We like you, Sugar. Right, guys, can we have a donation for $559? I would like to buy this for my pussies. Now, you've got to take into account YouTube's. If you're going to send that sort of money, then can you please use the Patreon and buy me a coffee down below? Because YouTube will take a nasty percentage. But that's fine. It's worth it for the super chats and the live stream. But if you're going to send a big one, I don't know why I'm even talking about this, because no one's going to do it. And I don't expect anyone to do it. And that was a joke, and now I'm talking about it as if it's serious. But who knows, man? Maybe someone will. Then you've got, you've got PayPal, and then I'll get 100%. Is that in the comment section? Hopefully that's in the comment section, in the description. If not, buy me a coffee, and the other thing is Patreon. Oh, shut up, Tom. Just be grateful for what you've got. Thanks, guys. So I'm now saving up for a Tesla machine and a load of cat wall furniture. Wow, well done, Sugar. That was great. I didn't know that existed. Like scratching posts coming out of a wall. Fuck me. Oh my God, I'm going to get 12 cats. Right, how do you feed 6 cats? That's the only other thing. Now, so I was thinking about this last night. I think what I would do is I would get the 6 bowls ready. Obviously, any that tried to jump on the side, I'd bat them off, so they learned that they couldn't do that. And then I would take the two bowls to the bedroom, and the strongest 2 cats would run into the bedroom. I'd chuck them to the other sides of the bedroom and close the door, so that was 2 dealt with. And then I'd basically be able to do what I'm doing now with 4. Does that sound like a good tactic? You need to scramble an egg every day for the little tortie. Get her beefed up. All right, great. I'll do that. Thank you. I've not done eggs yet. I've just done offal, chicken, and yeah, eggs is a great idea. See, why do you think I should cook it? Because if it's raw, it's not as edible. Like, would you not just lick up a raw egg? So I think cooking food for animals is definitely retarded. I think maybe even for humans it is as well. But definitely cats shouldn't be eating cooked food, and obviously there's more nutrients if it's raw. So why not just give it raw? Is that you being a bit pressed and special, like everyone is? That's not a criticism. You know, the person that I got the cats off, super conscious, cooks the meat for them. Mental. The Alaskan thunderfuck, the underfucked, I think it's thunderfuck, is good, Tom. Laughing my ass off. You make me laugh. Oh, it's sugar again. I really like sugar. Sounds like a heavy indica to me. Is that right? I like as an indica sativa mix. Right, if we're going to carry on, I'm going to roll up a roll-up. Are we carrying on? I mean, David's chucking the jewels in now. Oh, no, it shouldn't be based on that. It shouldn't be based on that. It should be based on whether I'm enjoying it or not. I am enjoying it. I think, am I enjoying it? I don't know. I don't enjoy anything anymore. So Riley's got something to say. If your landlord allows, he's not relevant, then the shelves sugar suggested are a good idea. So let me just clarify. He's really cool is what I meant there, and he's really chilled out. They do love them and also give them somewhere to jump up away from dogs should one manage to get into your flat again. Yeah, great. Really agree, Riley. Well, it's not about agreeing. I'm learning from cat people. Thank you. Yeah, might roll up a little. There's no need to. I really should just end the stream and then watch it back and have a smoke then. But I have nothing to do today. Other than maybe cat stuff. Where's CT7? Buzz, buzz! Not you, you're already here. CT7! What are you doing? Where's my little puss puss? Are you back in your hidey hole? Oh, he's in his hidey hole. CT7 is traumatized. So when I first got Beans and CT7, they were the first 2. I thought I lost them. I thought they'd escaped. And they were in this little cupboard. Their little safety place. And as they came out of their shell and realized that I wasn't, you know, a horrible person for trying to kill them, and I actually loved them and was feeding them, you know, so basically as they acclimatized to a flat, they would sleep in there and then be cat around when they were awake. And then the last 3 days, they've ditched that and they now sleep on the sofa. So obviously that's a sign that they're very comfortable and very happy here. Now CC7 is back in there for the first time in 4 days. So he's obviously very upset. Bless him. That sucks. Maybe I should go and get his other sister, Shiloh. I think he got on with Shiloh really well, apparently. So maybe I should go and get Shiloh for him. But then are they going to want to give me a cat when one of the cats they just gave me is dead? Also, I don't really want another black cat. But if it's good for CT7, then I will do. Hey, here she is! Let's get the pixie out! Carrie, 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 the Scottish beautiful pixie. Hi, pals. Is there anywhere you could start planting fruit and veg? It's so addictive and the rewards of your toil will taste the best. Is that a question for me? I'm sure there is, but I don't currently know of anywhere. Yeah, so this is why it would be nice to rent a house. Because I would like the cats to be able to go outside. So I would like them to have a garden that is fenced off and there's no dogs able to get into. So that's a big pull to get in a house. And then there's this, gardening. I really want to garden. I love gardening. Oh, I love it. I need to get a house. I need a garden. The problem is these apartments are so good. And I'm about to move into, tomorrow I move into the best one in the whole complex. And it's kind of going to feel like I've got a garden. Like certainly, you know, I'm going to have trees all around me and I'm going to have a stunning view of greenness. But I can't garden. Now, I could turn my balcony into a garden. Is that enough? Probably not. I could also turn my whole apartment into a garden. I could grow fruit in pots in my apartment. Now, the other big thing is I don't have a contract here. And that's massive. Because in Southeast Asia, not so much Siem Reap, but you know, it's still Southeast Asia, so it can happen. A construction site can just appear next to you within 24 hours, and then it can go on for 2 years. So signing contracts in Southeast Asia is very dangerous. And you can't rent anywhere good without a contract, except for this place. So I don't know if I want to take the risk of renting a contract just to try and get a garden, of signing a contract just to try and get a garden. Yeah, I'm really happy where I am, but I think lots of balcony and indoor growing. You know, I'm up for growing some trees in my flat. Totally agree, Kevin. You're so right. You're so amazing. Oh my God, 23. What's happened? I've just got a load more. Oh, it's all jewels. Thank you, David. I'm sure they mean something, especially when you chuck this many in. They must add up to something. Party hat, chili, sparkles, gold coin, 2 jewels, silver star. Thank you. I think it's time to end the stream. Also, I think there's more chance of people watching it back later if it's no more than 3 hours. I think when people see 5 or 6 hours, they're just like, what am I supposed to do with that? I mean, 3 hours is borderline, isn't it? Yeah, I can feel my energy dropping a bit. So, yeah. Let's just get to the bottom of the chat. God, Sugar, you're really good. Can you come back? Gardening is the shiz. I've been eating my tomatoes all day, can't stop. I love it. Love it. Not sure if this exists, David. Get an allotment plot. I mean, presumably it does exist. Thing is, that's a lot of work. Allotments are a lot of work. So I remember my friend in England getting an allotment and me being like, yeah, this is the best thing ever. I'm going to come and help you. I went for 3 hours. We made a bonfire. We did a bit of digging. I never went back. It was really hard work. Now, that's in a country I know with a cool climate. There's no way I could, there's just no way I could currently, maybe if I live here for a couple of years and acclimatize, but there's just no way I could work these lands in this heat. Now, if I wasn't live streaming, I could get up at 5 a.m. and do 3 hours a day. But it's my live streaming time. So no, that's definitely not an option for me in Cambodia. I don't think it's even an option for me in England. It might be, I might be responsible enough now to be able to do an allotment in England, and that's a big maybe. I definitely can't do it here. And yeah, I'm still too repressed and lazy and addicted to really dedicate myself to a piece of land. All right, let's do some thank yous to the amazing ones. Oh my God, why can't I see anything here? I definitely need to end this stream. Okay, thank you, Igor, as always. Just incredible. Fan on it. Really appreciate you. Thank you for showing up. Debbie, so much love. Thank you, Rachel. Honoring your current inability to be offended. Inability is the wrong word. Your current, yeah, the whole sentence was bad. Your current openness to reflections. C Plebs, I just fucking love you, mate. I don't know. Oh, it's Gav. Cheers, Gav. There you go. You're just amazing. Hanson Paul, fucking great. Really like Hanson. Justin, oh my God, you make me smile so much. Jack, I'm actually falling in love with you. Teas and Tarts, fucking amazing. What an authentic, amazing, creative, beautiful being. Rachel, buying the cats a tube. Or actually, I think we've decided that that's going to go towards some wall stuff. Teas and Tarts comes in again. A new one, Thomas Shattock. I think that's the first time we've seen you donate. And to be honest, I don't feel like I recognize your name. So I'd like to get to know you more, Thomas. Thank you. And then David Carradus started throwing all the fucking shiny things in. So thank you for that, David. And yeah, I love you all very much. Thank you for helping support me through my process. Thank you for helping me learn how to trust and be a less demanding, spoiled little child. I am very grateful for you all. I hope you got something from this stream. I'm now going to watch it back and self-observe myself. And that's it. Love you.